Hey, what's going on, Marco, Mr. Eddie? What's happening? Just getting things pulled up here the way I want them so that I can see chat good. It makes things more difficult when you do it in a vertical and you're not looking at the camera and all that fun shit. So today I got rained out at work. Yako, what's happening, brother? We got rained out at work, so I called it a day early. I said, screw it, I'm going to use some PTO and take the rest of the day off. So while I was sitting here, I thought, it's a good day to go through and give the full collection a little wipe down. I typically, every month and a half, I go through and I just give everything a nice little wipe of oil just to make sure that, there's no rust forming on them, anything like that, because I rotate through carrying everything I've got. It takes a while. But when I do, typically I carry it and then I just put it right back in the drawer. And, sometimes I remember to wipe them down, or, if I used it a bunch or something, I'll give it an extra wipe down. But typically it just gets put back in the drawer or on the stand or whatever. So days like today, I go through and I just give things a wipe down. Just get some mad wax. Well, what I do, I got my cloth here and I just use my good old-fashioned Rem oil. I'm an old school boy. This is quick, it's easy, it's a quick spray down on the rag, and then you can wipe a bunch of shit down. I thought about getting like some wax, like your Mad Wax, for like my higher end stuff. But even that stuff typically doesn't get carried. It just gets oiled and then let sit. But yeah, I'm an old school Rem oil boy. It's kind of what I grew up using for everything, and kind of what I still do. I don't know. It's tried and it's true, and it's never treated me wrong. So, who we got all hanging out in here? How many we got hanging out here? 20 people. Good Lord. Jumped up fast. Popular today, I guess. I don't know. But let's get started. I'm just going to start on the one corner and just kind of keep moving my way here. We got the good old Lightning OTF. This one's the one that I'm putting through the torture test slowly but surely. This is the one that I threw in the sand and then took apart and knocked the sand out of it, and it still works just fine. I got to get around to doing some more torture to it, but I don't know. Doesn't matter how cheap a knife is or what I buy it for, I still have a hard time abusing it, even if it is just a Lightning OTF. And I got another Lightning OTF. Oh, hold on. Somebody's trying to call me. Gotta jump around to the back side. Put that on silent so nobody's bugging me anymore. There, sorry about that. Probably get flagged for having some copywritten music go off or something. Watch City, what's happening? But this is my fishing knife. This sucker goes with me in the boat. I actually need to sharpen it again because I've cut a lot of string and line and stuff that I find in the water that's all ingrained with sand and shit. Still got a decent edge on it, but you can definitely tell when you're cutting stuff that it needs a little touch up. But this sucker has she's been put through some work and not exactly treated well. As you can see, it's getting all the little dings and dents and the chip paint on it, but that's why it's my fishing knife. It's a $30 OTF that I can pull out of my pocket, do whatever I want with, and then put it right back in my pocket. Don't have to worry about it. Next, this would be the TACCOM Hornet. Like I said, just giving everything a quick little coat of oil, checking things over, making sure, looking for little spots of stuff, making sure it's not rust. Every once in a while I have a spot of stuff that just gets left on a blade and I don't get wiped off before, but no, this one's 154 cm. I don't have to worry about it too much, but Taccom Hornet, nice little OTF knife. Cute little guy, but it's a really good carry size. It's a nice 4-finger grip. You know, you can fit the whole handle there, but it's not a giant thing sticking in your pocket. I have no Spyderco. I have considered getting some, but I just never found anything that I find worth the money for what I'm getting. If I want 8CR, I'm going to buy an 8CR knife that's, you know, 50 bucks, not 150 bucks. Justin, what's happening? We got rained out at work today. So this here is the Max Ace Uranus, and this is the Tonto version. This is another one of those just great carry size knives. I mean, this sucker is perfect. It's not the biggest blade, but I like that size, that it just fits in your hand, get a good grip on it, but it doesn't take up a shit ton of pocket real estate. I hate when I'm carrying those OTFs that are like 6 inches long with no blade deployed and just it sticks up, it pokes your fat, you know, that type of stuff. And it just gets annoying to me. So I don't tend to carry my bigger OTFs as much. Here is the same knife, only in the spear point. After I bought one, I had to buy another because I liked it so much. Like I said, it's just that carry profile is perfect. It's just a great size knife. Oh, hold on one second. I gotta take care of the dogs for just a moment, kids. I'll be right back. All right, go outside. Come on. Come on, Nick. You've been sunning long enough. It's hot outside. It's about 90-some degrees here in Iowa right now and humid as hell because it rained all morning. And I could tell that the dogs were sitting out there with the door open and they started moving to the shade. And sometimes you just got to remind them that it's hot outside. You can come indoors. You know, I haven't done a count on my knives for a while. Let's just do this. While I'm going through, I'm just going to hash off a count because last I knew I was at like 159. But I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I've gone through so far. We'll get a count. Why not? We'll get a count on the knives. This here is another one of my favorite OTFs. It's the SOS OTF. Just a nice aluminum frame, D2 blade. This sucker is held an edge like crazy. It's got a really fine edge to it, real thin behind the edge. Yeah, another one that's just a great carry size. It's a little slippery unless you get your fingers up here. It can be a little slick to hold on to deploy and stuff. It's got a pretty tight trigger, but it still is a great carry knife, and I love it. One of my favorites to carry for sure. Now, let's continue with the OTFs. So I kind of have a corner of my budget drawer that has all my OTFs in it, just so I know where to find them. Foop! What's happening, Foop? This one here is the Taccom Stinger. Another nice little 5th pocket carry. You know, not something you're going to want to carry as your primary, but it'll fit in your 5th pocket real easy. And you can have a knife, you know, that's a little more concealed if you need to. This one, although it didn't come with a good edge on it, I was able to sharpen it really easy. It's a 154 cm. Unfortunately, I like Taccom's knives, but unfortunately, a lot of them have come with piss poor edges. Hopefully, that's something that Shane can address in the future with Besttech. But some of them come great. Other ones, just not so much. System, what's up? Wish you had Culvers in Florida. Yeah, we love our Culvers here, that's for sure. Who else is in now? Lost count of my knives. Yeah, check. I don't have a spreadsheet. I don't buy and sell like you do, bud. So a spreadsheet isn't going to do me all that much. This one here is a cute little guy. The Boker USB. As you can see, it's like a, what is it, Cobra Tech knife, whatever they call themselves. I can't remember, but it's made by Cobra Tech, Viper Tech. They've got that little emblem on there, and then Boker just, you know, basically said, hey, we're going to buy that one from you and put our name on it too. But it's a nice little knife fun little carry. Another one that didn't come all that sharp and I had to put an edge on it, but once I put the edge on it, it holds good. It's another D2. I should do a spreadsheet, Fook. I really should, but that's a lot of extra work that I don't need to do. Like I said, I'm not a seller like you are, so I don't need to necessarily track things as much. This is another OTF. This one's the Lightning Fireball. The wife wanted this one. She saw it and she thought it was cute. So she's got one of these. I've got one. Just another cute little cheap ass $30, you know, OTF. Don't know how to use Excel. I use Excel every day, buddy. I put in my own custom formulas and everything, but if I don't have to use it at home, I am not going to. No, I get Excel'd out throughout the day. I do plenty. I do plenty. All right, we're going to have our first cold steel. This is just a cute little guy. My front row here is all my smaller knives, by the way. The spreadsheet just for your collection. Your purchase sales ledger is separate. Yeah. You know, just for that, maybe I will make a spreadsheet just for everybody, and then I'll be like, here, look, see, I do know how to use Excel. I'm an inspector for a government agency, and I have to pay contractors for the work they do. So I use spreadsheets constantly to track the work they've done and haven't done, and how much I've paid them and haven't paid them, and all that. And when you're dealing with millions of dollars of taxpayer money, you've got to know how to use all that shit. Keep it under the table. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, this is the Tough Light little Aus 8, I think. Yeah, Aus 8. Just a kind of a fun little knife. It's a good slicer. I carry this one when I go out to the farm and do a lot of work. For being an Aus 8, it's surprisingly held an edge real well. It does have a couple scratches, like it's not the hardest steel in the world. Therefore, it doesn't hold an edge great, but it also, like, as you're cutting things, it just leaves big scratches down the blade because it just easily gets nicks in it. But it's super stainless, so it's one less thing to worry about. Number 11, our first Kaiser. You threw the table out. Yeah, I'm a spook. Yeah, Homer, I haven't seen in a bit either. This is the Kaiser Urban Bowie. 154 cm. I really would love to see them make this in a full-size knife. You know, like a 3.5-inch blade. This could be a really fun blade to carry because you could do it and keep that same blade width almost. You wouldn't have to make it that much wider, but you could keep a huge belly on there. That little Bowie clip point is just kind of a fun little blade. And I mean, as you can see, it deploys well. You barely have to touch it and it just pops open. But yeah, it's just kind of a fun little knife to carry. I just wish it was bigger. Hey, Ninja Turtle. Kenman, what's up? KDK. How long am I going to be on? I don't know. See how long it takes me to get through my collection. I had a rain day today, so I'm just kind of fucking around, to be honest. So yeah, I'm going to be double counting myself quite a bit here just to be sure, because we're going to do a count. So this here is the Brighton Blades Baby Core. It's a Fox collab. Fox had the core, and this is the baby core. Unfortunately, I really wanted to like this knife more, but as you can see there, you really have to flip it in order to get it to deploy. And I have messed with that pivot. I have done all sorts of stuff to it, and it's just never been. I can't tune it right. I don't know why, but it has a hell of a time deploying and stuff. But it's just, you know, what is it? N690. You know, nothing special, but kind of a cool knife. I bought it for the wife, hence why it's the lime green. But after getting it and handling it, I was like, I'm not giving her this knife. She deserves better. So here is one that I know Kenman will recognize, the Besttech by High. You put your hand on the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit, and oh, that's okay. You're still at work? Yeah, I was today, but then, like I said, we got rain this morning and weren't able to keep working. So my crew's called it a day, and I have plenty of PTO, so I said, screw it, I'm going to use it. What are you trying to sell? Oh, that baby core? Yeah. I'm not going to spend the money on skiffs for a baby core. But yeah, the little Baha'i, this little guy is one of my favorites. I just love this. It's what is it? Ostap Hill is his name. But it's just kind of a fun little knife. I mean, you can choke up, get 4 fingers, and it's got that cool little hawkbill blade, 14C blade. Finally caught alive. Hey, what's going on, Lauren? Good seeing you, buddy. I haven't been live as much since ice fishing's been done. But yeah, this thing's just got excellent front flipper. I mean, you can just hold it and just toss it out. And it's a great, great little knife. Then we got its big brother, the Besttech Ivy. This one I just got recently. Who was it? What the hell is it? White Mountain had a chase box this Memorial Day season, and I ordered the chase box, and this is what I got in it. One of the knife you're going for, I can't even remember what it was now, but I'm perfectly happy with this little guy. A little $50, excellent action, just a great little knife. I love that Baha'i, and this is literally the exact same thing, just a little bit bigger and with a flipper tab. But it fits in the pocket great, fits in the hand great. It's got that awesome, just slight recurve to the hawkbill. And glad I got it for sure. So, number 14. Got to move some. I'm going to have to get a bigger drawer because I got to stack stuff on top. So I got to move some of my top stack stuff up out of the way while I go through my first row here. All right, next we got another Kaiser. Everybody loves the Kaiser Sheepdog. This is the Sheepdog Mini in aluminum, 154 cm. Like this knife, unfortunately, with the aluminum, the only downside to aluminum scales is I dropped it one time, and you can see there's just a little nick there you aren't able to get rid of. You know, I've markered over it a few times, and yeah, it just kind of is what it is. But the textures on these here are super sharp too. So when that goes in and out of your pocket, it catches on that texture. And Lefty's doing a whatnot of his personal collection. Nice. I don't know. I might still be fishing at 5 o'clock tomorrow. We'll see how hot it is. I'm taking my mom out tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, we have the Kaiser Mini Sheepdog there. Here we have the Vastid Mini Psy-Op. This one's a fun little guy. I like the micarta on it. It's in L-Max. I wish the detent was a little stronger, but it is a crossbar lock, so you can't really. Your Mini's a slip joint. That's nice. I didn't even know they made them in a slip. But it is a crossbar lock, so you can't really, beggars can't be choosers when it comes to the detent on a crossbar. But I really do like the micarta, and the action isn't bad. I just wish it had a little more detent to it. It just seems like sometimes I fail on the deployment because I just don't give it I give it a flick, but it just doesn't have anything to slow it down. You didn't know until it arrived? Well, that'd be an interesting surprise. So I think that's number 16 there. I'll double check when I get done with the first row to make sure I can get them all. So another Vastid. This is the Raccoon Cub. This is their little candy cane edition. Good action on this little guy. It's got a little bit of a double clutch, but otherwise it's a really nice little knife. The front flipper's amazing on it. But yeah, it's definitely got a double clutch there. When you go and fold it up, you just get to about right there, and that clutch hits. That detent ball hits again. So you got to give it a little extra, but not that big of a deal. Just a really minor annoyance here and there. I believe that's number 17. Hey, Sports. What's up? All righty. We got the Concept Corvid M. This is the medium-sized Corvid. I like the S Corvids, the small ones, but they're just a little too small It's kind of like that mini sheepdog. It's just not quite big enough for me. It's a little small for my hands for me to comfortably handle it. But this little guy's fun. I mean, who doesn't want to carry a little cleaver in their pocket? You know, it's got a nice choke up, and you know, people just love these knives. Just, what are you doing carrying a fucking meat cleaver is what I always hear. I can, so I do. That's about all there is to it. That should be number 18. And then we have the NAFS Lander. It's got a pretty strong detent. This sucker, as you flip it, like when you flip it, it goes, but you really got to get a hold of it with that thumb stud to get it to go. It grabs a little hard, but it's a nice little carry. It's slim, fits in the pocket great. D2 steel, you know, you can't really go wrong with it as long as you take care of it. Liner lock, just like I said, it's got a strong detent, but man, when you flick it, it flicks. Picked up a titanium sheepdog from Reddit. Nice. Never bought anything from Reddit. I've thought about it a couple times, but God, I see so many Chinese knives on there that are straight up clones, and I'm like, ugh. And they tout about how they love them, and they have no shame. And I'm like, screw that. I don't want a clone. If I'm buying something, I want the real thing. This one here is a Cold Steel Verdict. This one's really nice because it's just so narrow. It fits in the pocket real nice. I mean, it takes up almost no real estate. It's super thin. Don't even know it's there. It is more of a slow roller. You can flip it, or flick it, but it is better as a slow roller. Aus 10 steel. Cold Steel does a great job on their Aus 10. Zero complaints. But yeah, this one's a nice one because it just slides in and out of the pocket beautifully, and you don't even know it's there most of the day. Should put this at 21. This one's one of my favorite little guys. This one's the Ace Mircat. This is the Mircat M. It's the G10 version in M390. And yeah, it's just a fun little knife. It does have a hell of a double clutch there, but it's got great action outside of that. And it's just, I think I got it for like 75 bucks, and I usually go for a little over 100 if I remember correctly. But titanium pocket clip, and just, I love Ace knives. I can't get over them. Every knife of theirs I've owned, I have really enjoyed. I've had zero complaints on any of them. Had no problems at all. Dark Waters chat had some knives for sale. Attention to detail from them. Nice. Yeah, if you can find one person that you trust or that you've bought from before, it's not so bad, but trying to find that person sometimes can be difficult. Oh, I think I'm on 22 now. Hey, Paul, what's happening? Thanks for joining us. So here is our Acorn, Vastid Acorn, another 14C budget knife. Great little carry, super slicey. Liner lock, good micarta. Just an all-around great knife. Got a front flipper on it. Works well. Can flick it in about every direction. But I was really happy when I got this one. It's been one of my favorites since I got it. As you can see, it spends a lot of time in my pocket. It's got all the dirt and grime from being in my pocket on it. The blue is not so blue anymore. But hey, it works. Henry G, what's happening? Let's put us 23. We're going to test my counting skills when we get to the end here. Kaiser Escort, I believe, right? Or no, Nice Guy. This one's the Nice Guy. That's right. D2, G10, super budget. I think this one went for about 25 when I got it. This was when they first came out with the budget version. And yeah, I mean, it flew off the shelves, but I was able to snag it real cheap, and it's been one of my favorites ever since. I think I have one of these in my giveaway pile too. Can wax it. Yeah, I could like clean it up, but I'm kind of like, you don't carry them and expect them to stay like beautiful if you carry them all the time. It's just part of it. We have a Besttech Titan is this one. I call this one the Freddy Krueger knife. It's a Keanu Alfaro design, so it would not surprise me if he literally took the design straight off of Freddy Krueger, because he likes to do like movie-based knives and stuff. I like to hang out with a nice guy. I feel like an escort. Yeah, right, Fook. The Titan here has been a great knife, though. I actually got this one in a blind box on Whatnot one time and was really happy with it. Although I'm not a big that really sharp-ended Tanto fan, this one surprised me. I have liked it quite a bit. It does have a little bit of that Japanese Tanto. It's got a little curvature there at the end, which does make me like it a little bit better. I'm not a big fan of the standard Tanto that's just straight. We got Kane Miranda. What's up? How's it going? Doug. Hey, how's it going, buddy? I'm not too keen on the tip. Yeah, it's that hard Tanto that I'm not, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I've grown to love that one a little bit more than I expected to. Now this one, you guys can help me try to pronounce this one. Keep things standing in here. This is the Vastid Talurus. Talurus. I believe it's spelled Talurus, but I don't know why they named it that. This one's got a thumb disc. I'm not a thumb disc guy really, but it's not horrible. But if I had a choice, I would have put studs on it. It's a crossbar. It's kind of got that same detent problem that the mini PSYOP has. It's just kind of a light detent, and so when you flick it, you really got to follow through with it, because otherwise it won't make it all the way. Yeah, Talurus. Yeah. When I first got it, I was like, how the frick do I pronounce this? This one here, we got the CKRT Padawan. I really like the look of this knife. It's got a like a slight polish to that rounded spine, and kind of got a hand rubbed satin look to the blade, and it just looks nice. I really like the look of this one, and it's a nice knife. I think this one was 14C. I can't remember. It's not labeled on the blade, but yeah, it's one of my more enjoyed CKRTs. Ironfly YOLO, way too light. Yeah. A lot of those crossbars, unfortunately, it's easy to get to a really light detent, and it kind of makes it a pain in the ass. But yeah, I've really liked this little guy. It just looks nice. I really like the looks of it. It's not wood. It's a brown micarta. It looks wood. It looks like it's got a little wood. I only have one with a wooden handle, actually. This one here is the CMB TMB, I believe is what they called it. There's a couple different names for it, but I've really liked it. It's the button lock. They've got another like name with numbers and stuff, but I hate numbered names on knives. I like something that has a real name. It's easier to remember. But yeah, I believe it's the CMB made knives, TMB, and it's super snappy. I got this one from Lefty, and I mean, look at that. I'm pretty sure he skiffed it, because that sucker will just sit there and wobble forever. I mean, those bearings are sweet. Hey, David. Good to see you too, buddy. Been a bit. It's possible I may go live fishing this weekend. We'll see. I'm taking my mom out tomorrow, and we'll see where we can find fish. Vastid Hedgehog is this one. And I'm doing these all by memory, so bear with me if it takes me a second to remember. When you got like close to 170 knives, sometimes it's tough to remember them all. But this one's the what do you call that? The rear top liner lock. That's the word I'm going for. Top liner lock. And the action is fantastic. You need an orange one? Yeah. Gotta run. All right, Fook. I'll probably be around for a while. Yeah, I don't carry it too often. It's a little, I've got a little like leather slip that I carry on my hip, and this one's just a little bit tall for it, so it gets stuck in there a little. But every now and then I'll throw it in there. Some of my taller knives like that I have to just kind of carry sparingly because I have to pick which one I'm going to put in there. This one here is a Jimmy Crow Custom QSP Parrot. It's got the sponged blade there. I really like the look of that. Or no, not Parrot, Penguin. QSP Penguin. How did I get that wrong? But anyway, yeah, love this knife. Super thankful to Jimmy Crow for giving it to me. Yeah, he sent me a few knives to give away and told me to pick one to keep, and this was the one I chose. He dyed the scales and did the blade, and anodized the pocket clip and hardware. So super pumped about that guy. I like that one. Always find fish on the water. Look there first. Yeah. The problem is, sometimes where I find the fish, I don't have the service to be able to live stream. This one is the Civivi. I can't remember the name of it. What is it? Sendy. The Civivi Sendy. It's got that. I can't remember the name of that blade style too. Something foot, I thought. But it's just kind of a unique little knife. Super snappy. I like the itty bitty little flipper tab up there. The geometry of that really lends to a nice pop. And this one does have, the Sendy does have the old tweezers, kind of like the old Victorinox Swiss Army knives. And then, of course, along with tweezers, you have to have a toothpick. So that one's kind of fun just to carry and have those little things with you. You know, just to be like, hey, look what I got. Almost done with the first row. Only a few left in the front row. Sog Terminus. This one I got from eBay. One of my first eBay purchases. And I've been really happy with it. It's Terminus XR. This one's a crossbar lock that's got great detent. You can flip it with the thumb stud. You can flip it with the flipper tab. But it's got those nice little grippies there to fold it with, and just a little bit of, I got to clean it up. I got a little bit of marker on there yet from when I put a new edge on it. When I got it, you could tell it'd been through some use. It wasn't horrible, but I definitely threw some marker on the edge and reprofiled the blade and put a nicer bevel on there. But sometimes those markers get away from you and you make some little lines, and I thought, screw it. The only person seeing it's me, probably. This one here is the Besttech Cicada Wing. Really, really love this knife. This sucker is super lightweight, excellent action. I mean, listen to that, just snap. Honestly, this thing is just as good as almost any bug out that I've handled. The blade shape's a little different, of course. And it is, what is it, 10CR? Yeah, 10CR blade. So it's a budget blade, but I mean, the scales are basically the same thing. They're just plastic, hollow, lightweight scale. But if I remember correctly, this thing weighs almost the exact same as the bug out. So if you want lightweight for cheap, the Besttech Cicada Wing is a absolute banger. And they come in a whole bunch of different color patterns. They've got white scales with a red blade, black scales with a red blade, black scales with a standard unpainted blade. They got this black blade that I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's got almost like a little flecked pattern in it that's just kind of cool. Almost, I don't even know how to describe it. It looks like it should sparkle, but it doesn't. It's kind of odd. What was that noise? Something blew over outside. We got a Benchmade Mini Tagged Out. This little guy here really, really impressed me. This is the CPM 154. It's the powder form 154 CM. And this thing right here, completely field dressed and deboned to deer. Lost the edge a little bit, hit it on the strap once or twice, and I mean, it just brought that edge right back. Super, super lightweight, very small, very compact. But yeah, just a fun knife. I mean, still get little bits of little bits of dried deer blood out of the little pockets in there. That's the only downside of it, is it's so skeletonized. There's so many little pockets and corners inside those scales. Once you take them off, it's so hard to get all the stuff back out of them if you actually use it to, you know, process a deer. Let's see here. I think my chat's frozen. Hold on. Hey, look at that. It was very frozen. Holy shit. Let's see. Can you put your hand on? No, you've asked all that already. So yeah, Benchmade Mini Tagged Out has been a great little knife. He goes with me hunting all the time. Here we have the Laconico design Kaiser Gemini. This one's in the S35 VN with the Raffir scales. These glow in the dark. Really, really glow in the dark. I mean, they're super bright, but I really like this knife. It's got a really snappy action, really smooth. It's been one of my favorites since I got it. Honestly, this is probably got to be about my favorite Kaiser, is this this Gemini here. And I don't know if it's just the fact that it's the premium version, you know, with the S35 VN and the Raffir scales, but the action's just unbeatable. This one spends a lot of time in my pocket. It probably should spend more time put away just because it's a little more expensive, but I can't help but carry it because I like it so much. This one here was one of my first knives that I got from my going gear box. This one's the Kubi Kois. But I mean, look at the point. That sucker just has a super sharp point on it. Got a little schmutz in there. There we go. A little stuff stuck to the edge of it. D2, again, just a fun little knife to carry. Great action, liner lock. I think I got one of these for Titanium Justin. Yeah, got one of these for Justin when he hit 500 subscribers. For those that don't know, him and I live like 20 minutes down the road from each other, so we hang out a little bit here and there, go to dinner, things like that. But yeah, so this has been one of his favorites too since I got it for him. When he handled mine, he was like, "Oh, I really like that," and so that was my gift to him because I knew how much I liked it and how much he would like it. This one is the Kaiser. Can't remember. I gotta look. Kaiser Infinity. That's it. I should have known because it's got like that figure 8 shape when it's deployed. Another budget knife, but really snappy action. G10 scales. Just a nice Nitro V steel. Azo design. I love Azo's designs. But another great, just budget knife to carry every day. Ron Dobbins, what's happening? Good seeing you. And then we have the final Kaiser in the front row, the Cormorant. This one here is also the S35 VN. This one I actually won from Kaiser, one of their giveaways. Can't remember which one it was, but yeah, or it was like 15,000 followers on Facebook. I just randomly made a comment on it, and they were like, "Hey, you won." I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll take it." And I got one of the first prizes, so it was one of their premium knives. So I was very happy about that. Holy cow, chat's going crazy here. Sturdy in construction. Yeah, it's pretty solid. I mean, the G10 is really stiff. You cannot bend this G10 at all. And it's got kind of that rough, I don't even know what to call that material on the outside, but it's kind of an overlay on there. But it's got a nice grip to it, and I like it a lot. So that is the front row. So I'm going to count here, see what my count's at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 37 in the front row. 5, 10, 15. Oh, I was one off on my count. So front row 37. So there we go. We're 37 deep, and we got one row down. And there's 3 rows plus stacked on top, plus racks of premium stuff. Plus, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but the old ammo boxes, I got a liner inside that Get my silica out of here. But you can buy these foam liners so you can turn these into your knife storage boxes, because who doesn't have one of these laying around? I know I have had a couple in my day, and it makes a great knife storage box. I can't remember who makes that liner, but if you look up ammo box storage liner or something like that, I found it on Amazon, and I was like, hell yeah. So we're going to add a little more oil to our cloth. Make sure we keep her good and lubed. You have a full box, yeah. Yeah, like I said, those, who doesn't have those boxes, and to be able to convert them into a nice storage box, I mean, you don't get much more durable, and you know, they're waterproof, everything. So, Gun Dog, what's happening? Good seeing you. All right, on to row number 2. We got the old Riot Exo. This is the semi-budget version, shall I call it. They have a version that's titanium and LMAX, and then they have one that's aluminum with Nitro V. I got the best of both worlds. I got the aluminum with LMAX. I wanted the LMAX steel, but I didn't want to pay for the titanium. So yeah, aluminum LMAX. This was a Blade HQ exclusive, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's even got the Blade HQ logo on the side, but just super fidgety. I took this to a family event recently, and gave it to my stepdad, and was like, I gave it to him closed, and I said, figure out how to open it. And he's just sitting there flipping it around. He flips this open and closed, but nobody could figure out how to open it. And then I just went like this, and they were like, oh, well, what the fuck? Kind of fun to mess with people on. Ram oil, yeah, it's the shit. It is the shit. I use it for all kinds of stuff. I like that it somewhat dries as a dry lube, instead of leaving things damp and wet. So this here is the Shield and Rain. This one, I believe I won this from Everyday City Carry recently. Yeah, I was on one of his live streams. It's got a good front flipper, really good action. It's got a touch of lock stick, but not bad. Never really was on my radar, and then I won it, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have looked at that a little sooner, because it is a nice little knife. Had no issues with it at all. Like I said, I like to be able to just, if I have a knife with a front flipper, I like to be able to flip it from behind. My fingers got oil on them, but I like to be able to get a grip and flip it that way. And yeah, this one has stood up to everything that I've put it through so far. Been pretty happy with it. It was a nice grab, and thanks again to Ray for letting me win that one. Let's see here. Just getting my stuff arranged here. I stack all my knives in a certain manner. I try to put show side to show side. What are we doing? Oh, someone at my front door. Hey! Would you look at that? Come on in. We got a special guest that I didn't know was stopping by. This must have been why he was asking me how long I was going live. We got Titanium Justin that's in the house. I was like, why are the dogs barking? And you know, what's going on out there? And here's Justin just popping over for the shits and grins of it.
Yeah. I mean, I was about to just like come in the back door, but
you should have. I would have seen you on the cameras.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, have a seat here, bud. I don't know that you'll fit in camera because it's kind of doing a vertical. Sometimes that sucks.
I've been driving this whole time.
Right?
Stuck behind a sheriff. I would have been here quicker.
So yeah,
buddy.
Like I said, you know, he lives just down the road, so we hang out semi recently, and I actually haven't seen him in a bit because we've just been busy and just everybody's got everything going on. It's summertime. Yeah. But yeah, so on to the next one. We got the Remet Rhino. This one here is the 14C version, if I remember correctly, with the button lock. Yeah. I used to have the D2, and I gave that one away, if I remember correctly, because I wanted that front flipper with the button lock instead of the liner. But either way, I mean, you can't go wrong with it. So Remet makes some good stuff.
Do you think you have more than Kenman?
I don't know. I don't know how many Kenman's got. That's a
He
that's a
says
good
3.
question.
I think 4.
I wouldn't be surprised. It'd be a tough battle. So next we have the Ironfly Cyberfly.
Oh, I want to check that out.
Yeah, I'd never had an Ironfly. I didn't even know they existed until this came in one of my Going Gear boxes. And I mean, this sucker is just an awesome, awesome knife. It's G10, 14C, and just, I mean, she's just hydraulic. And the front flipper's great. It's just a nice knife. There you go. Check her out.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of an MSI. Oh,
I like that soil.
Knives Are Life says I got a pocket check. Yeah. What do we got in our pockets today, bud?
Well, let me handle that. I think the rule is like if you don't have a knife, like you have to give somebody a knife.
Right.
All right. So I got. Where's the camera?
Yeah. Right over my left shoulder.
There's like a delay, guys. So like I'm trying to figure out where I'm at.
Yeah.
All right. I got a Sogbuster Junior.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
And then, speaking of which, for like track shorts, first of all, my pants are just falling down between that and the MSI and all my other crap.
Oh, you do have the MSI? Oh, yeah. Actually, let me see.
Definitely a weight difference.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. But like, I was not wrong when I said that reminds me of an MSI.
There's clone.
There's not a huge weight difference though. I mean,
no front flipper for the MSI.
Honestly, I don't think there's much. Hold them together. There's not much of a weight difference.
Oh yeah.
So if you ever wanted an MSI, and
with a front flipper,
and you wanted to spend a little less money, that Cyberfly is probably a damn good
comparison. I mean,
yeah. What steel's on the
M390?
M390, yeah.
So if you want to spend $200, or if you want to spend $100,
yeah. I think these were like 75. So yeah, if you want a budget MSI, it's right here. That Ironfly Cyberfly, and I believe Ironfly is made by the same people that make
the budget brand
Kunwu. That's it. I was saying I got a Kunwu box over there, and I was trying to. So yeah, next is the QSP Grebe. Yeah. This was another Going Gear grab. The Going Gear box has been really good to me. I've really enjoyed it. $200 a month. I mean, I always get my money's worth every month. This one took a little bit of tuning to get it straightened out, but it is a good knife. So what else you got going on today, bud?
Well, I probably won't do my live. I have to turn around. So sorry, everybody. I got my 2K giveaway on Monday.
Oh, do you?
During my live.
Oh, now you just got to do it during a time I can actually join.
Everybody else is live.
I know. And I'm at work. This one here is an older Kaiser. This one's the Kaiser Kesmek in VG10. This one I found on Whatnot. Can't remember who was doing it. Might have been 2A Outfitters or something like that.
Everybody's changing now on Whatnot.
I haven't been on Whatnot.
Some people are disappearing. New people are.
Yeah.
I think the thing is like the people who were doing it big, they have just exploded.
Yeah.
Because
and they've just gone on to do their own thing.
Well, like you watch like Blade City now, or the other guy, Blade Runners. They're not doing $50 knives anymore.
No.
Like everything's like $300.
Yeah.
And there's no deals. People like have reserve set.
That's just it. It used to be if you got on, you found somebody good, you could like get deals because they were a small guy and they were just, selling stuff for a bargain, but now it's tough.
Case for like $40.
Yeah.
But now the case is like, hold on. We have a minimum.
Yeah, now we have a minimum.
Yeah, so
this one's another tack knives. This is the Goliath. It is an outside auto. And this one, while he had supplies available, he was selling them for half off. So these were like $30. And they were a blemish. And I think the only blemish on this one, I don't know if you can see it, but right up by that pivot was a little white dot. That is the only blemish in this knife.
I think what Shane did was like when he opened the box, there was a couple that were blemished, so he just did the whole box Let's just do it.
Screw it. Yep.
Yeah.
Ron says, tell Justin I say hello.
Hey, Ron, Henry. How's your life?
We got the tried and true Kaiser drop bear. They've got all those new drop bears coming out. This one's
the Lego one?
Yeah. This one's the OG micarta, the actual drop point. I don't know what I think of some of the newer ones. I don't know. I'd like to see them come out with new designs, not just different blade shapes in old designs. I've been kind of underwhelmed by Kaiser lately. I haven't bought a Kaiser in a while just for that reason.
I call that the Kenman Special.
The Kenman Special, yeah.
The super popular one. Which one do you have with that?
There's a lot of super popular ones.
The one that they made like for Shirley and that one. The
of Kaiser?
Yeah.
Bulldog?
No.
Is it a newer one or an older one?
It's a newer one. I'm drawing a blank. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank, but
I may not have it if it's a newer one. Like I said, it's been a while.
You got like the White Mountain Special or something.
Oh fuck! I'd have to dig through. I'm trying to think of what a popular Kaiser would be.
It's still.
There's the
no.
What's it called? The Towser.
No, the drop point.
It's a drop point.
Yeah, they did like a DLC premium. So the budget's the Militar.
Oh yeah, I got a Militar. Calm down there, partner. Yeah, yeah. That's in my semi-premium box. That's my 200, but not quite. Showcase worthy.
How much was this one?
I think it was like 175.
Was that titanium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no. That one was on sale for like 150. That's why I picked it up. Because I was like, I got to see what these things are all about. I haven't been upset by it. I mean, sometimes the D10's a little weak on the thumb hole deployment,
yeah.
But the front flipper works great.
I have a budget full size on the way.
Oh, okay. Yep. So up next, we got the Mini Roach. Another great Kaiser. Awesome action. This one's got the removable thumb stud or a removable flipper tab, but the flipper on this just works so well. And it's just a nice, it's got that kind of grippy texture G10. And it's just a nice knife, super slicey, really fun. One of my more favorite.
That might have been my first Kaiser.
Was it?
Yeah.
Let's see. It's number 9. Almost lost one there.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, loser. What's up, buddy?
Jim.
Justin does not have any paintings with him today unless they're like tucked in his pants or something.
Nothing today. This
one here is the Kershaw NORAD. And this one just looks fancy, but it's really not all that fancy. It's D2 steel. It's got a steel frame lock, but the downside of this, while it's got great action, it just looks good. It's kind of heavy, but might be able to see it, might not, but that steel frame is getting little itty bitty rust spots on it. Probably can't see it on there, but no matter what I do, it seems like it keeps getting those little rust spots. So I've been oiling the handles, the scales a lot, trying to keep those from getting worse. But with
Iowa?
Yeah, right. just the like salt, my sweat in my hands and stuff. Unfortunately, I wish they used a different steel for the frame because it's just kind of frustrating. I don't carry it as much because of that, because I don't want it to get worse, because I really do like the look.
How they textured it or something.
Well, that's part of the problem too, is it's got that bead blast texture, so it's really hard to like fully wipe everything out of it.
I wonder if you didn't put it with your touching other steels, if it would do that. Because I had a knife.
Well,
I realized because it was touching like crappy.
It's up against only G10 at the moment. Like It's not touching any other steel. But yeah, Civivi Vision FG. This one was definitely one that I was happy to get. these are just fun to flip and play with. I mean, that Snex lock is something else. I can't wait to get another Snex lock.
You gonna get the Buster?
I don't know. I've cut back on my knife buying. I've really cut back on my knife buying somewhat recently. I was getting a little carried away for a while. We got the Kaiser October in titanium and 20 CV. This was my first like premium knife that I bought. They were on sale for like $80, and I couldn't turn it down because it's just a really nice knife. I love the grip on this titanium. Stick your head in the frame real quick so you know it's you, not an imposter. Lou says, don't get the Buster.
There's like a delay, so I figure out where I'm at.
The computer, I have it running through the computer and using my phone as the camera. But yeah, so there's a few second delay. So when you guys chat, sometimes it'll take a second to respond because we're responding as soon as we see the chat, but it just doesn't always. Been designing knives with Snex locks. Nobody's wanted to touch them, even though it isn't patented. Really? Huh. Hey, Blue, what's happening? Hope everything's getting better for you guys. I know you guys are going through it over there with the storms and shit. Hope things are getting figured out for you. This one's the Kaiser Dogfish. This one was another one that I really enjoy carrying, and it's another one that I wish they would. You know, I love that they put out a budget version, but you know, yeah, they have the one that maybe it's not budget, but yeah, I think they put out didn't they put out a G10 and a Nitro V?
I thought that was the Veritas.
They did that on the They did it on almost everything.
That's true.
That's just it. They put out a budget of like everything. Oh, I'll bet you're tired of moving shit. Yeah, it's a lot of work. But yeah, I love this knife. It's just, again, I wish Kaiser would put out some new designs more than just revamping and putting new clothes on old designs. This one's the Miguron Talism or Parism. It's one of the two. This one's the Parism, I'm pretty sure. I like the sleek, just straight up and down, no frills, just got that pocket, or that flipper tab sticking out. Fits in the pocket real nice, slides in and out. Just nice action, nice knife in general. Kind of a dressier knife because it's got that nice gray PVD finish on it.
Yeah, it looks almost like titanium from a distance.
Sort of, yeah, sort of. Oh, this one, the CJRB Acacia. Great budget knife. This one right here is one of the most, my favorite budget crossbar locks. I mean, you can't get much better than this guy in the budget world. Now, I wish that it was a little more flippy, but again, it's a crossbar lock thing. The detent's not always the best, and they do what they can, but in general, great knife. Lightweight, G10, AR RPM 9. I think still like $30, $35.
$30.
Yeah, they're not, the price hasn't gone up in them much. This one was a recent acquisition. This one's the Kunwu Pulsar. Came in my recent Going Gear box that I just got the other day. My first Kunwu. And yeah, it lives up to the name. And I love the G10, the G Mascus I've got. It matches the Master Chief. So the Kubi Master Chief that actually Justin got for me.
There we go.
Yeah, I got him the Kubi Koas for his 500 sub gift, and he actually got me that for my 500 sub gift. So kind of, it's one of the things I like about the knife community is, you know, we just kind of gift each other stuff and look out for each other in ways that most other communities I don't think do.
Out of my knives, no matter how cheap or how expensive, that Kubi Koas is still one of my top 5 knives.
Yeah, it's just a great knife. Civivi X1, that's it. Yep. This one, can't even remember why I picked it up, but I just thought, oh, that looks kind of cool. I'm going to give it a shot. And you could shave with this sucker. I mean, she has just held an edge real well. I'm not a big fan of the white scales with that green liner. I've thought about having the scales dyed just because I think it'd look kind of cool. I know Kenman did a really cool purple and green, his Joker version that turned out really neat.
I have a solid black one somewhere.
Do you? Oh yeah, I remember that. Yours was the first one I handled, and then I was like, yeah, I could get behind one of those. It goes really nice with my Critical Mini, my Kaiser Critical Mini. This one's a favorite. It's one that's discontinued, but it's the QSP Copperhead. It was about $50. I'm sure you can still find them a few places, but just the look of that knife is sleek, and the action is just awesome. Yeah, the ergos are awesome. I'm surprised they discontinued this one because everybody I've shown it to, I don't know when they produced it, but maybe it's an older knife, but everybody that's handled it has loved it. And I've loved it.
Slap 14C on it, they probably sell a million of them at like $80.
It is 14C.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is 14C. I think its original price was about 75. They got marked down to 50. But the thumb studs on this one, the thumb studs are just kind of a unique shape, and you can really get a hold of them real well. They're not super sharp, so they don't kind of wear on your thumb after a bunch of fidgeting like some of them can. Bouncer, how you doing, bud? I haven't seen you in a while. Using a bath mat. This is a microfiber cloth that I got as part of my it was OCD for EDC's advent calendar that he did. That was part of my advent calendar, and it's been super nice. Like when you're oiling knives like this, the little fuzzies on here really hold the oil for a long time. Next is the Kaiser Bulldog. Absolutely love this knife. When they put this one out, this one was one I was super excited for. The micarta on it's great. The crossbar lock is great. Action's great. That blade shape, the fact that you can almost cut right onto a table without hitting your knuckles. You know, the jimping on it as well. I mean, they even got jimping right up here at the tip if you need to do some fine work. Been a really nice knife. I have loved this one. And this was when they were still doing, you know, a lot of new designs. When this one came out, this one and the Crocodile and a couple others came out at the same time, and they were all really good knives. Let's see, we got the Kershaw Iridium. Can't go wrong with an Iridium.
Sheep's foot one.
My mic is making some kind of static noise. Put it up here, see if that helps. Is that better? I'll probably be a little louder. It's probably just it rustling around on my sleeve. I'm busy making troll videos. You wouldn't do that, Bouncer. You would never do something like that on one of your, like, what, 30 accounts or something. It's because there's no wind. Seems okay. I could put a fuzzy on it. That might help a little bit. I got the little fuzzies for them. Hey, you guys, some of y'all are used to just hearing me when I'm out ice fishing and dealing with all the noise and shit. I don't even know where my bag is with my fuzzies. I think it's in the kitchen. Ugh.
So I'm taking over.
Yeah. There, we'll clip a fuzzy on. See if that helps. I'm sure that made some funny noises. I clipped that on there. So, are you comfortable down there, buddy? Of course you are. See if that helps. Now that we got the fuzzy there. It's still making some kind of static noise. Static. Doesn't. You don't require perfection. Well, if I need to, I can always disconnect this and go with the camera if you need. But you visit your channel for at least last video. Oh yeah. I'll come check you out again, Bouncer. It's been a bit since I've been in there. I actually took like a month off of YouTube altogether just because I was
good for you
dealing with some frustrations and some stuff in the personal life, and I was like, you know what, I don't need to deal with this right now. This one here is the Besttech Slither, and it's just kind of a cool looking knife. It's got the speed holes in the blade, but yeah, good flipper action. 14C 28N. This is another blind box that I got on Whatnot. I don't remember who sold it, but might have even been Shane when he's doing the blind boxes. Yeah, I think it was. But yeah, another really nice knife that I really enjoy carrying. It slides in and out of the pocket nice. It's another one of those that doesn't hang up at all and is pretty slim profile.
I'm going to call you the Flipper King. A lot of flippers.
I do. This one here is, there's no name to it. It's a tack knife, or a Bladetopia, which is one of Shane's, budget. Yeah, it's a, what do you call it? It's a open design or whatever. Probably echoes from the room making contact with the little underwear gnomes under the table. What the fuck? A bouncer, I never know what's going to come out of your mouth. But this one here is carbon fiber scales, and it is kind of a, for being such a cheap knife, I think it's like $50. It is a pretty nice knife. The action's good. It's a little heavier. I'd like it if it was a little lighter, but otherwise it is a pretty nice knife. Can't complain for just being an open source or an open design, whatever you call them. I don't design knives, so I don't know. Vastid Raccoon. Another nice crossbar lock. Great Vastid. Micarta scales. 14C. 14C blade. Great action.
Classic.
Yeah, classic all the way. Yeah, no complaints. I mean, there's really not much more you can say other than just a good Vastid classic. They do really good jobs on their knives. I definitely need more drawer space.
I saw they have a new one coming out that you can interchange the scales from aluminum, titanium, G10, and they like if you want to have them as frag one day and flip it over to not the next day.
Nice.
It's kind of cool looking.
Yeah, I like it when they have, like NAFs, when they have all the scales available, or what is it, Kraken, Pyrotech Kraken, where the magnetic scales that you can just pop on and off.
They're doing that with the slip joint now. And I'm like,
are they?
Oh, I love it so bad. Well, hold on now. They announced today or yesterday they're getting sued by a known name, like below gas station company.
No shit.
Some no-name company that pumps out
a million knives.
Pop steel knives. Somehow had that copywritten and they didn't know about it, and now they have to change the name of. Oh God. Of it to something else.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
We got the tenable Fenrir. This one here's, tenable's the budget version of what is it? Concept. And this one's cool. I love the frag scales on it. That blade profile is awesome. It's just kind of like the Coas, nice fine point, and it's just super flippy. Another going gear grab.
On the D10 on mine was so nice, I could actually front flip it without it having a front flipper.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever done that on one. Do you like a second locking device on your knife? No, I don't see much of a need for it. Like my auto,
unless it's an out the side.
Yeah, the Goliath has a little switch here that you can turn on and off just to protect you from automatic fire and that. Other than like an out the side, no, I don't see a reason. If I'm gonna be beaten on a knife hard enough to cause it to fold accidentally, I'm beating on it too hard. You think the statics for me flexing my massive biceps?
Well, Ray thinks you're probably 8'4", 360.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Ray seems to think I'm like some big badass guy, and I'm like, I'm just a dude that hunts and fishes and shit. This one here's the Civivi Vagabond or Vagrant. And this one's I can't remember whose exclusive it was. It's one of the exclusives. Knife Center, I think. And it's in S35. Yeah, super nice knife. Got this one from Jimmy Crow in a trade.
S35?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, this one's S35. It's not labeled at all. Like it's the
old school.
Yeah, I think that's why it was the exclusive was that it was available in like S35 and the white scales.
Like a Knife Center exclusive.
Yeah, I think it was Knife Center.
They do a lot of S35 specials.
Yep.
For really good prices.
Yeah, Jimmy had his eye on that Max Ace, or no, Giant Mouse Ace Riv that I had. He really liked that knife, and he was like, "I'll trade you." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm down." So yeah, this one here is the Migron Kyrix 14C. You need one? Which one? Which one do you need, Jim? The Civivi there that I just had.
You know what Knife Center has that I haven't jumped on? They have the Vision FG with carbon fiber and S35 for like $130.
Nice. Oh, the Fenrir? Yeah, the Fenrir's nice. You say you're going to get a TRM knife. Didn't you? Isn't that what your giveaway is or something earlier? The TRM?
No.
Or
I already gave away.
You gave that one away. Yeah.
That was a hard one to give away.
Yeah.
Love that one. This 2K giveaway is Titanium, sponsored with donating a beef.
Oh, yeah.
My budget of the year so far.
Nice.
And then Rosecraft donated a wood trapper.
Oh, sweet.
And we'll be doing that too.
Hell yeah. No, Yako, I did not see the sledge you put on your Vision FG. I'm going to have to look that up. We got a Cold Steel Fin Wolf.
This looks sharp.
It is. The Scandi grind on this sucker is just insanely sharp. I mean, yeah, it's an Aus 8. Unfortunately, it'd be nice if it was a little something nicer, but boy, that sucker, they got an edge on it. It's got that, the back lock, and it does stick just a little bit. You really have to have it pushed in on this one to get it to fold. But this one's a favorite carry when I go out to the farm. Definitely don't have to worry about being able to slice something with that. Kaiser Mini Grouper. Oh, I think I forgot to mark that one down, but we'll do a count on that row anyway. Kaiser Mini Grouper. Got that compression lock, that back liner lock or top liner lock. Excellent action. I wish it was a little, I love the leaf style blades, but unfortunately with the leaf style, you get that little higher profile there. So it does take up a little extra space in your pocket, or like with me with my little leather slips. Sometimes they don't fit that great. Hey, G, what's happening? Assholes and little slapping. Jesus. Blade HQ doing a no forks Crewwear Buck 119. Interesting.
Oh, that's their new thing they're trying to do. They're doing it with like 6 knives, and it's going to be blue handles with a fork with the no sign over it, saying that knives are basically forks. So the knife community screwed.
Either that or we don't give any forks.
Yeah.
We give 0 forks. This one should look familiar.
Yes, it does.
The Migron Centurion.
That's an amazing knife. I just the grip. I just could never.
Oh yeah, that little finger
otherwise,
there.
The action was freaking amazing.
Yeah, this one I bought from Justin, or we traded, or something or other. Yeah, I got it from Justin. And yeah, it's been a favorite. I mean, the action is just freaking snappy as shit. Like, you don't get much better than that. G has one of the best names to tag. Yeah, no doubt, right? I'm usually on my phone, and so I usually don't tag people just because it's such a pain in the ass to do. If I was on my computer more, I would tag more people. But unfortunately, when I'm into lives, you're just going to hear me say or see me say hi, and I'll type like a short version of your name, but that's about it. This one here is the Pyrite Bowie. This one I got from Lefty, I believe. And I didn't have one. Everybody was raving about them and how they liked them and loved them, and I didn't see the allure in them. But now that I have it, I'm like, I get
it's just so smooth, like another pyrite.
Yeah, but just having it, and it's cool. That polished liners, and it's the little accents they did on the wood and stuff. I get it. After owning one, I get it. It was one of those that it's kind of I thought it was kind of a fad and it would fall away, but now I understand.
Now everybody's doing them.
Yeah, now I understand.
They had blade show they had a slip joint made of that.
Oh, really?
Like, I have no need for a slip joint Bowie, but I'm totally gonna buy one if they do make it. So
yeah, it's something with that polished liner. I don't know why, but I really like that
50s Skinner.
Yeah. But when you have just those little polished accents, that can do everything for a knife.
Oh yeah.
And I wish people would do more of that. Just it's like that CKRT Padawan. They've got some polished accents on that really set that knife apart. And I wish more people would just do those little, doesn't have to be anything special, just a little part. And
chamfering.
Yeah, a little chamfer and just throw a little polish on there. Rounding off the spine sometimes makes things, well, like this one, the Kaiser Hiccup. 154 cm. It's got the nice jimping, but then as you get out toward the end, you can see it's got that kind of rounded off spine for its drop point, and it just adds a nice accent. And this one's got a really nice front flipper on it.
And that's one I looked at and I was like, it didn't excite me at all. But then,
really,
see how much jimping they put on it. And
you ever handled one?
Yeah.
I would say they're nice knives.
And it's like that. It's got I call it old school Kaiser micarta.
Yeah, the linen micarta.
Yeah.
I love micarta, but I like the burlap micarta more than the linen micarta, just because it's got that little extra grip.
And easier to clean, I feel like.
Like titanium just, I keep buying knives I don't need so that eventually I'll qualify for free government cheese. Razzlecliffs. I'll have to look into the Razzlecliff. I don't think I've even heard of that one. This one's the Trivisa Equo 04. This one's just kind of a fun. I don't know why, but I just really like this knife. It's 10 CR, and I was able to put a really nice like mirror polished edge on it, and it's just got good action. It's got a great front flipper. This one was, I think this one was part of my buy with that SOG Terminus XR. It came in a group with that. Walleye fishing has sucked lately, unfortunately. I'm going out tomorrow, and I'm hoping it gets better.
You got to be back by 5, dude.
We'll see. We'll see.
$1 starting stuff.
Yeah, but just because he's $1 starting doesn't mean I'm going to be able to buy it for cheap. That's the problem.
I have like their version of buy it now.
The problem with Whatnot is that now so many people use it, you can't get good deals anymore.
I asked them for a list ahead of time.
That's part of the reason that I
was just like,
stopped getting on there.
Save the shipping, just throw all this crap in a box.
Get a 6-letter tag limit for slabby. What type of wax do you use for your leather? I don't. They're cheap leather holsters, or not holsters, but slips that I use for these. Honestly, I think they're Temu's.
Get Mad Yako's
Mad Wax. Yep.
It actually smells really good. Lemon in it.
I told him I might get some to put on my my premiums, just to kind of keep those ready for storage. I usually
don't like the smell of those waxes, but he puts in scent, and they're actually really nice.
Bouncer, we all know you're challenged. This one here's the Kaiser bag litter. It's very similar to the Hiccup linen micarta. Got the button lock, but this one just has a really nice flipper or flip in action with the thumb studs, and it's another one of those that just flops. I mean, the bearings are tuned perfectly in this, and I've really liked that one. There aren't many knives that I own that I haven't really liked, just because if I don't like one, I get rid of it. I usually just give it away. Give it away now.
It usually ends up in my collection.
Yeah, right.
Just that I got a slip joint.
The Max Ace Mamba. Yeah, I'm not a slippy guy, but he loves slippy, so we usually do some really nice trades for those. Max Ace Mamba, this thing I picked up from Shane at Tack Knives. He stopped selling anything other than his own designs now, which sucks because he had some really good deals on Max Aces and stuff.
That's the problem.
He probably got himself in a little bit of trouble there. But the Sanmai on this is great. It's the SLD Magic. It's got that nice little Sanmai line on there. And it's just got awesome action. And it just drops. Beautiful knife. And it's one that I can carry every day, and that I can carry for like a date night too. And it's got a great edge on it. That sucker's held an edge really well too.
I'm getting excited. I'm waiting to check out the Fugly.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. This one here was my first nice knife. This is the Kershaw Dividend. It is assisted, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I can't bring myself to sell this one just because it was my first nice knife. It's a Magna Cut blade, aluminum scales. I did find out, though, that if you sit on this one wrong, these aluminum scales are so thin they will actually
Really?
bend slightly. Because this was off center, and no matter what, it still is. But like if I
You were
take it
sitting on it.
and I go like this, it's center again.
Whoa.
That's the only downside of this one. It's great because it's so thin, but I noticed it was off center, and I was like trying to do everything to get it straightened back out.
It's odd that they used aluminum instead of steel as the liners anyway.
Well, the liners are steel,
Oh.
but the frame is aluminum. The scales are aluminum,
It's just so
but it's so thin that just sitting on it wrong causes it to bend. And I was trying to get it centered, and I could not figure out for the life of me why I couldn't get it centered. And then I got to looking at it closer. I took it apart, and I was like, oh, well, these are wobbling on the table because they're not straight anymore. That'll do it. Date night knife. Yeah.
love Kershaw.
See my sexy dating knives? Well, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I've seen them handle them.
You know, there's those knives that are just kind of, they're nicer, they're fancier. You know, they look fancy that you can take out on a nice dinner with the wife or something in your dress slacks or.
When Andy takes me out and buys me a couple slices and gets me a couple
yeah,
in me, and then I get a little too tipsy.
That's never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. We had to sit at the pizza place for like 2 hours while he sobered up before we could all leave.
At least I was drunk before I ate.
Yeah.
And then it went away.
We had a good time though. It was a great night.
It wasn't drunk, it was just a little tipsy.
See what gets the ladies going. Oh, I can't do that on YouTube. I get in trouble. This one is the Kaiser Original XL. This one's got that carbon fiber twill, which unfortunately it's super smooth, so it doesn't have a lot of grip to it. It looks nice, but
I've always questioned if it's real carbon fiber.
it's not. It's just that overlay,
Yeah.
the skin they put on it. I can't remember what they call it. But yeah, it's just G10 with that little twill overlay on
I
it.
love that one I have that you gifted me.
Oh yeah. And then we've got the Fugly that Justin's been waiting on. The CJRB Fugly. I mean, you just gotta love the name.
I'm all about CJRB lately. They have that banana one now.
Oh yeah. I like that one, but what I want, if I want to get a banana knife, it'd be a Heretic Stab Nana. That curved
all,
OTF.
Finding one under $700 is the first problem.
Yeah. But this one does have great action. I love the little like gold accents on the thumb studs.
It's like a Predator knife. It's got the gouges.
Yeah, kind of. But it's got a good front flipper on it, and it's just a really nice offering from CJRB. It's pretty budget if I remember correctly. I can't remember what they go for now.
I think they're just
I want to say they're 60 or 70.
But they're usually marked down to like 50. 52.
I got it on the release, and they usually do a good job of marking things down. All right, Blue, good seeing you. Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you could spare some of your time doing your cleanup to hang out with us, and we're glad to hear things are going well, and you guys are getting things put back together, getting your lives put back together. So keep up the good work, and hopefully we keep seeing you around and things keep going a little better for you. Because, we all know it was pretty rough there for a bit.
G10's a little grippier than I thought. But,
it's good.
But my question was answered. I got on that little thing.
If you get on there just right, if you get on those little hashes just right, you can flick it.
And the fact that the designer, instead of putting his name, he puts "Have a nice day."
Yeah.
That makes me so happy that the Fugly says "Have a nice day."
Yeah. Yep.
That's bigger than I thought it would be too.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
This is the sheepdog standard, the original, the medium, whatever you want to call it. I actually got this one from Justin as well. I can't remember what we traded this one on, but I remember you had it, and
might have been one of those like, just take it, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think it was one of those yeah, because I wanted a button lock, and you were like, "Oh, I've got a button lock, and I don't really like it that much, you know." And I was like, "Oh, all right." And so we ended. Actually, was that the Corvette XL? No. Thought it might have been a Corvette or something I got for you.
Yeah, that might have been it, because I've got so many Corvettes.
But this is the just right size for me of these. It fits in the pocket nice. I can carry it easily. It's very, very usable. The ergonomics are great. I mean, just the way your hand fits on that handle is awesome. The small is a little too small for me. The XL is a little too big in the pocket. But the XL goes with me to the farm all the time. That's like my for sure farm knife, because If I need to cut through a tree limb or something, I know I can do it. Check your birthday, man. And other fixings. I'll bet. So I can almost smell it from here, Bouncer. This one here is the Kaiser Critical Mini. I got this one from Brian Kerr in a trade. Actually, the one Spider code that I had, other than that one I traded you. So I've had two Spider codes. I had a PM2 and I had a penknife slip joint. I traded the PM2 to Brian Kerr for this and a CJRB or an Artisan, and then I traded the other one to Justin for I don't remember what, something.
The concept.
Oh, the hinterland. Yeah.
Hinterland.
Yep. That one's in this box.
I got a good deal on that.
Yeah. So here's the Geo knife. Oh, we got a package. I didn't know I had a package coming today. Yeah. This one's the Geo knife. They're kind of a newer brand, but Everyday City Carry turned me onto this one. Ultim and M390 steel. I mean, I think it was $65 for Ultim and M390. And it's basically a drop bear with washers. I mean, you can flip it, but you really got to get it flipped hard to get it to go.
I wonder if they'll switch that on their next one.
I don't know. It's called the Ethereal.
They are Kubi sub brand.
Are they?
They tried to deny it for some reason.
Really?
I don't know why.
But yeah, I mean, the Ultim, the clutch lock, and it is an adjustable clutch lock on there. You can adjust the springs to be tighter or looser. M390 steel. Again, this would be a good one to get like skiff washers for.
Yeah.
And this thing would just fly. But for $65 for M390, I mean, you almost can't find that anywhere.
I'm not knocking them for being a Kubi. I'm a huge Kubi fan.
Oh,
they
yeah.
should be saying they're a Kubi sub brand, honestly.
There any Magna Cut blades? Yeah, that Kershaw that I had out just a minute ago, that one was Magna Cut. I've got a few Magna Cuts. Might have been that's the only one so far that was Magna Cut was that Kershaw.
You got some coming.
Yeah. This is the SOG Kiku. This one's just kind of a fun knife. The rock pattern scales are great. The crossbar lock's great. The flipper is awesome. Just a little heavier and a little bigger in the pocket than I like to carry typically. This one's one of those that if I'm not carrying my leather slip, this will be a single carry that day.
It's like a TKE kind of knife.
TKE had one, and he might still have it. He was trying to sell it, I remember, for a while. But yeah, it's a super fun knife. I like this one. I wish it was just a hair smaller, but if it was, it wouldn't be as fun. So, Jack just came up. Yeah, I wouldn't know because I don't follow Jared anymore. Unfortunately, things were just a little too gimmicky, and it just seemed like he was trying to sell something every time I watched him, and I wasn't being very entertained by his content anymore, so I just kind of stopped following. Unfortunately, I've had to do that with a few people. I cut back. Most of my subscriptions are still there, but I just don't get as many notifications now just because it just seemed like every single time I'd turn on my phone, I had a million notifications from YouTube, and so I cut back.
So many now, and so many posts. And
that's just it. It's just so much, and I was just like, I just need to.
I try not to flood.
Yeah,
but that also is, you know.
But everybody's got daily content now, which is fine. It's great. That's awesome. But I just don't need to know about everybody's daily content. All right, let's do a count of row number 2. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Actually, I'm going to restart that. I think I might have skipped one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41 in the second row.
The first time we met, you had 12.
Yeah. Well, we're already up to 78 in 2 rows. Yeah, that's Justin. He's hanging out here. He decided to surprise me by paying me a visit. Yeah, as he walks back and forth trying to find the camera. Cut back on some channels too. You don't like feel constantly pressured by some. Yeah, and when people are constantly pushing stuff, I just kind of maybe property value. I was sitting here and all of a sudden I'm like, there's noise outside, and then I looked at the camera. I'm like, there's a car outside, and I see this guy in a yellow shirt standing at my door. I'm like, what in the hell? And it was Justin.
I cut my beard.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I was like, oh, this will be funny.
Yeah. So row number 3, we start with the CKRT Talurus. This one's a AR RPM 9. It's another, takes up a lot of space in the pocket, but it's great. You know, it's a camping knife, farm knife for me. Something that I know if I need to really get some heavy cutting in. These kind of bigger, semi-overbuilt knives are the ones that I carry. When I go out to the farm, I never know what I'm going to need to cut. Might be some twine, might be some vines, branches, whatever. But these big knives, I can just slice through a branch if I need to get it out of my way. And you can, you know, you just got a lot of real estate to work with, and you can get a good hefty grip on it if you need to. Get a used car salesman vibe, yeah, right? Justin should just randomly walk across the screen every 5 minutes or so. Do like the stair step thing going down behind my seat.
I'll tell you that I don't watch channels that I feel like are car salesmen, so I do my absolute best to try to not be there because I just want to review the knives.
Yeah, and I'm actually at the point that I don't even review shit anymore. You know, there's so many reviewers out there. I just kind of share my collection and hang out and chat with people and go fishing and stuff because everybody's got a channel now and everybody's doing reviews and everybody's reviewed everything.
Well, that's the thing is then you're fighting to be the first review.
Well, I'm gonna
get what I like. If it's different, hopefully.
I have zero contact with any brands. I have no share sales. I have no codes. I push your code, you know, like if I get something new. If I buy something with your code, push my codes. When I buy something with your code, I push people to it. Or anything from White Mountain or any brand that I know you've got a code for. But it's just, I do it for fun. What knife he's sending me since Justin is too busy to send me stuff. Mr. Eddie.
I'm going to send you. I'm going to send him your Wiener Warrior.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you have the cocktail weenie?
I don't. No. The only one I've got is the Wiener Warrior, the standard. This one here is the Sen Cut Pulse Wave. This was actually a Christmas present from my wife's mom, my mother-in-law. Yeah, it's just a. Actually, no, this one was from my mom. The Talurus was from my mother-in-law. You have that knife? Oh yeah. Don't mind reviews as long as they're honest sometimes. If you watch some of the reviews that I actually did do, I think I did like 10 just to try it out. There was a couple I told you I don't like. But unfortunately, like I said, most of my knives, if I don't like them, I tend to give them away. I like to buy a lot of knives and try them out just to see what I think of them because, you know, you don't know if you don't try. And I've got a little bit of expendable income, not a lot, but enough that I can buy a few knives every now and then. So, but yeah, it's like I don't feel the need to do all this reviewing and stuff when people aren't going to come to me for a review. They're going to go to Metal Complex or, you know, somebody big. I mean,
going to tell you to buy it.
Yeah, Metal Complex nobody's going to compete with him anytime soon. Yeah, and so it's I'm at like 200 and some odd hours from being able to monetize, but I'm kind of like I don't really care if I monetize. Like I can't say fuck, shit, ass, bitch, you know, all that stuff as much because I watch more.
Real job.
I do have a real job too. That you know I don't get to be online all that much. This one here is the Kaiser Porcupine. I found this one on Amazon, and I love it. It's got that really nice straight blade, and I love a good, just super straight Warrenclyffe or sheep's foot that slice like crazy, like butter. That one was actually pretty cheap too.
I won that one from Loot, and I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah. This one here is the Kaiser Sub 3 OBK.
Oh yeah.
Hey Robo, what's up? What's offensive? My language? Too bad. What's
up, my ninjas? Looks like I'm not going live today. Andy is
hey,
my live.
You chose to come over. I was just bored sitting here at home, and I was like, I feel like going through my knives and doing an wipe down day. And thought, might as well chat with people while I'm doing it. Dwayne, what's up? Hey, Bobby.
Dwayne.
Oh, you told me to stop. Bobby Buffet, a.k.a. Bouncer. Is that the nice? No, that's Justin in the background. Justin decided to surprise me by stopping up and saying hi. But yeah, the Sub 3 OBK is kind of it's a nice little knife, but it's kind of odd the way that the blade is offset kind of behind that big finger stop there. It's just strange having a knife that the edge is so far back, but it's still a nice knife. I enjoy carrying it. It's just kind of different. Something I hadn't experienced before that one. I'm marking down my numbers of knives too. I'm getting a count today. So here's the Ramet RTB. This is the budget version. Don't bend over, Bobby. The RTB is the one that's got the nice little tactical toothpick, the titanium toothpick, which I think is kind of cool. You know, I have actually used the toothpick. I'm not ashamed to say it. When I'm sitting in my truck at work and I eat a sandwich and I get something stuck in my teeth, it's like, I could use the tip of the blade to get that out, but no, on this one,
probably done that before with something else.
This one I actually have a toothpick to use. Why aren't I fishing? It rained this morning and it's going to be like 90 degrees today.
It is 90 out right now.
Is it?
It was like I
figured it's got to be getting close. All right, next is the CMB Predator.
That's right. Show that respect. They're awesome.
Yep. This one was one you got me. I think we did a trade, and it was something.
We did a Christmas. Or like a blind.
That's right. It was a blind Amazon buy where we each bought each other a knife. I remember now. We've done so many trades and gifts and stuff. It's hard to keep track of which one was which. This one's really nice though. I love this Predator. It's a little thick for what it is, but otherwise I have zero complaints about it. It's just for like a leather slip. Sometimes it's a little thick and sticks in the pocket a little, but if I'm carrying it in just a pocket, not my leather slip, it's perfect.
They make a new version that's thinner now, but it's a button lock.
Yeah. And I like
crossbar.
Yeah, I like this crossbar. And I love the way they do their little choils there, their sharpening choils, just that straight back. Yeah, I mean, even if you got to sharpen it, you're not going to have that as much of a smile to it. Yeah. Not fishing because he didn't have it. I'll be fishing tomorrow. I just don't know that I'll be live, depending on if my mom wants to go live and if we can find fish in a spot I have signal. We got the Kaiser Towser K. This one I went a long time without having because I just refused to spend the money they were charging for what was left of them. But then I found this one on Amazon, I think, for a pretty hefty discount at one point, and I just couldn't resist it. And now that I have it, I mean, the action on it is just, I don't even have to try. As soon as I disengage that, it just drops. And I understand now why they're so popular, because the action is absolutely great. Oh, let's see. This one was another one I bought from Justin.
Oh, yeah.
The Devo Growler.
What was I thinking? I could have sold it for like $200.
I remember because I got it from you, and then you realized how much you could have sold it for, and then I bought you that Sting, or it was the Stinger.
I thought I didn't have the box and everything, so I went even cheaper, and then I found it all. So that's fine. I know where I can get more.
Right. Yeah, the Predator is nice. The crossbar version. Yep. But this one here's, I love this knife because it's really thin. It's got the carbon fiber scales. And I mean, that blade is just super, super slicey.
That might be the biggest Devo they've made.
Yeah, I mean, I love this knife. It's the first Devo I'd even handled. And yeah, I definitely like it. And I've looked at some more of his stuff too. I just can't bring myself to spend the money on it most of the time.
Where's Mr. Eddie with his joke?
Right. Hey, Jim, how's it going? Anyone here need a McNeese Dixon? That's going up for sale. Bronze. I don't have any McNeese. Unfortunately, I got to save some money for my fishing trip coming up in a few weeks. I guess about a month. I'm going to Lake Michigan, and I like to save up a little bit before those trips, so I won't be buying anything for a little while. Bobby Buttfoot. This one here's another Magna Cut. This one's the Besttech or Besttechman Dundee. Same company, but I had actually I think I still have the D2 version. I haven't given it away yet, but it's in my giveaway pile. But I got this one as part of my going gear in the Magna Cut, so I figured I might as well give away the D2 to whoever wants it.
Did you get the D2 one from me? I don't remember. Like I had a couple of them.
No, I didn't get it from you. I got that one. That was another one I got from Shane as a blind box because he was doing a whole bunch of Besttech and Besttechman.
Oh, I had that. What do they call it? Ice cream, where I had like the bronze blade, but the blue.
Oh, yep.
Handle. But I gave that to Ben, one of Ray's New York boys.
Oh, Ben Gibbs.
He let me check out some stuff, so when I mailed them back, I put it in there for him.
This one here's another Bladetopia. This one's the Rancor.
Cool.
It is. It's a little heavy though. Like it's got that compound grind that's kind of cool, but it's D2. It's got the G10 scales that have some really nice texturing to it, but it's just for what it is. It's pretty damn heavy. The steel liners are really thick. I would have loved it if they had just something that was a little lighter weight for the liners, but otherwise it is a pretty nice knife. For the money, it's a nice knife. I think you can get these for like $30. So for the money, you can't really go wrong. So here's the Concepts Mini Helix, or however you say it. Kenman's got the full size Helix, which this is the mini. I mean, that's a mini knife. But this one's a Mikkel, I think. Mikkel Williamson. That's it. And super slicey, super good action. Just kind of a fun knife to have in your pocket. And being that it's as thin as it is, it does slide in and out really nice. And the G10's got some decent grip too. Did you ever get that D2 to rust from fishing? No, that knife is still in my boat and it still is not rusted.
That Kaiser?
Yeah, the mini harpoon. It's been used a million times with river water and it still has not rusted.
Our water's so gross that it doesn't even leave rusted.
I did put in my the DSOVN version of it's basically a what's the name? Mora, the Maracneve. I put that in there, just kind of have another, it's a little easier to get in and out. Yeah, it is still good stuff, no doubt. Carlos, good seeing you, buddy. How have you been, man? This one here is the Miguron Valona. And this thing's just a big, long, fine point, stabby, slicey, whatever. Spur. What are you doing? Being a shit, wanting all the attention.
Yeah.
Wants the loves. It's what he does. He wants the loves all the time. Spur. Knock it off. You don't need to be headbutting him and pawing him and stuff. So here's the QSP Ripley. This was a going gear grab that I got it in my July going gear box and it didn't release till August 1st. So I actually had this one because of going gear before it ever hit the shelves, which was really cool. There's been 2 knives now that we've gotten as part of our boxes before they ever got released. Oh, Mrs. Iowa's trying to call me. She's going to have to wait.
Oh, snap.
Well, my phone's being used, so
Yeah.
This
I
one here
texted you earlier, so.
Kubi Doris. This one's just kind of a fun little D2. Actually, it might be 14C. I can't remember. It is 14C. Just kind of a fun little knife. Got a nice little front flipper to it that really works well. Finger hole, thumb hole, whatever. But yeah, it was a nice budget knife. Kubi just has so many great budget knives that you just can't go wrong with.
They killed it last year.
Yeah, they did. They really did a good job. The dog humping his leg, Who's with me? Oh, my buddy Titanium Justin's with me. He saw that I was live and made the trip up to the house because he just lives like 20 minutes down the road. Just come up and hang out for a bit.
Probably heading a minute here.
Oh, that's cool.
Go back into town.
This one here is the Real Steel Moonin. This one's VG10. I like it. It is a washer construction, and no matter how much I tune it, it kind of sticks a little bit. Like it's not meant to be a flipper really, but it's just got kind of that cool bayonet look with the fuller down the middle, kind of a compound grind on the back, making it look more like a bayonet. But yeah, VG10, yep. But yeah, it's just kind of a fun knife. It slides in and out of the pocket nice. It's got that nice textured G10 on it. Just kind of has a cool look. But it's kind of an intimidating knife when somebody sees you holding this one. They're like, "Ooh, what the hell is that?" You know.
If only it was sharpened on both sides.
Yeah, random Justin background appearance. I could sharpen it on both sides. I've actually thought about. I've got the Work Sharp standard like triangular belt sharpener that I really like, but I've thought about getting one of their new ones that's got the wider belt and it's just got kind of a flat thing so you can freehand better, because I freehand most of my sharpening. I don't use the guides on it, and they can be kind of a pain in the ass to try to freehand with the belt one, or that triangular belt one. So they've got that new one out that actually works. I've heard works really well. And so I thought about getting that. This one here's the Trevisa Vela, and I love this knife. I love the blade shape. I love the ergos. The only problem is the crossbar lock. If you don't release it at just the right time, it does that.
Oh, that's weird.
I mean, it's just got, there's a where it slides in the back.
The flipper grabber?
Yeah, the flipper, there's that shelf right there that if you keep your crossbar pulled, it hits that shelf. And I've thought about going in there and just grinding that down to give it a little more clearance, but you have to just release that crossbar just the right spot, otherwise it sticks. And a lot of people loved this knife, but they had that same exact problem with it. Again, it's a great knife. It's just that one thing. It's 14C. That blade shape is just killer. It's got a great look to it, but then it's just got that crosslock problem. You like the handle? Yeah, it's a good micarta on that one too.
I think I'm gonna head. I got some whittling to do.
Whitland. Hi, buddy. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh yeah, no problem.
We appreciate the mystery guest appearance.
Bye, everyone.
So,
I don't even know where I'm at.
like I said, there's a delay, so I just kind of fly with this stuff, and then I see it come up after the fact on the computer. So he's not used to that.
Well, if you're done, sometime today, want to do dinner, let me know. But
we are going to Iowa City to go see Kevin Smith tonight.
oh, nice.
Yeah, Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes are going to be doing a live thing.
Those guys are great.
And we looked last night, and the show starts at 7:30. And they were like, expect a 3-hour runtime. I'm like, good God, we're not going to get home till midnight.
Kevin Smith never stops talking.
Oh, but it's hilarious.
I have this fear that he remembers me.
Oh, yeah. What did you do to Kevin Smith?
Well, I was at an auction, a charity auction, and he was getting ready to film Clerks 2.
Mm-hmm.
He was auctioning off a cameo.
Okay.
Now the deal was you had to get yourself there, but once there, you were there.
Yep.
And he was like, "Yeah, keep raising the price, blah blah." And I was like, "How do I know you're not going to just edit them out?" And he was like, "I guarantee it won't." But I will say I've met both of them numerous times, and they are like the most down to earth guy. Like Jason Mewes, like you wouldn't believe it, but like he's literally the nicest guy.
Hey, sugar.
He came out of like like special people only event where they give you those gift bags of crap. My friend collected bobbleheads. He's like, "This is gonna sound weird. I know there's a bobblehead in there. Can I buy it from you?"
Right.
He's like, "I don't even know what this is. Take the shit." He gave him the whole bag. It had a DVD player. And it had
the amount of shit those guys.
Yeah, he was like, "I don't even care, man. Just have the bag."
Right. That's
They're
funny.
Really cool guys.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're big Jason Smith fans, and when she saw that him and Jason Mewes were going to be together, she was like, "We have to go." And I was like, "Well, shit, it's in Iowa City. It's only an hour down the road, so it'll be a good show." But yeah, it's going to be a late night and then early morning fishing tomorrow with my mom. So yeah, it'll be a quick turnaround tonight. But I'm not going to be out there too late tomorrow because it'll be hot as balls. Yeah, we'll be down at the Angler.
Yeah.
All right, bud. Well, good seeing you. And yeah, maybe sometime this weekend we can do dinner though.
Yeah, we're free. So
Okay, sounds good, man.
cool.
Tell the fam I say hello.
Will do. See you guys later.
Well, we'll get back to the knives then. This one here is the F and Grow. It's the EF something. I don't like lettered and numbered names. I like it when people actually give a name to a knife because then I can remember. But otherwise, I don't remember the name of them ever. It's just the way it works. Oh, let's see. That one is there. This one here is the Kaiser Mini Paragon. I would love to see them do a Paragon XL because it would just be so much fun to take a giant chunk of metal. I mean, that's the Mini, so you can imagine what it would be like with an XL version. I mean, this thing's it's just cool looking. It's just fun. Not very practical, but it's fun. Hell yeah, Carlos. I would love to see that. I would absolutely love to see your Predator sword made out of rebar. That would be amazing. Amazeballs. All right, let's see here. This one here is the Petrified Fish Bunta. Another D2 budget knife, flipper tab, G10. Can't go wrong with it. Just a classic, nice budget knife. Yeah, can't say anything good, can't say anything bad. Just kind of your standard, everything. Oh, sneaking piece of ham, yeah. Yellow isn't his color. Justin's got all the colors because of his painting and whatnot, though. So that was nice of him to stop by. It was a nice little surprise. This one here is the Besttech Slasher. About a $50 crossbar lock. I mean, heavy blade. It's you can hear that sucker just clunk shut. But it is a fun knife. It's got a lot of weight behind it, but it's a solid D2 steel. Good micarta scales, and just a fun knife. I hope the ham doesn't hit your hips. Yeah. It leans more toward the fuchsia. Let's see. Up next, we have one of my two Demcos. The 80-20.5. This one is the carbon fiber version. Both of them are in D2, but I loved my carbon fiber one, a second one, in Grivery. And yeah, they've got deals that go on every now and then that sometimes I just can't turn them down. This one here is the Kubi Nova. This one has the custom paint job by the one and only Titanium Justin, just left. He did some custom scales for me. Did a little splatter paint. I really like the way those turned out. I had to damn near beg him to do them, but when I finally convinced him, he did a great job. So might have him. I've talked to him about doing a couple more of my knives that way, but we'll see. This one here is the Remet Wild Species. And I just love the way this one looks. It's got that nice bead blasted finish, and then also like the hand rub satin look. But then it's also got that multicolored G10. That's really kind of cool. It's got some colored collars around the pivots. Front flipper works great. The flipper or the thumb studs are just a nice rounded, not sharp, but still grippy enough, big enough to get a good grip on and flip. The action's great. Just all around nice knife. I think you can still get these for about $75 to $100. If you get a chance to get one, don't pass it up. It's worth every penny. Here we have the Kaiser Cobalt 2, another great front flipper. 154 cm, nice burlap micarta. It's not a full burlap micarta, I think. I think it's hard to describe. It's kind of a cross between a linen micarta and a burlap micarta. But I mean, the action on it, just almost hydraulic. It just nice and slow fall. Great stuff. Your D2's been less than stellar? Really? I think the Wild Species is 14C. Actually, I think most of my Remets now are think they're all 14C now. I had a D2 version of the Rhino, and I sold that one or gave it away. Here's my other Demco 80-20.5. This one's D2, but it's the hell is it called? DLC coated. I like the shark's foot blade style, and so I decided to get the clip point to go with it. The only one I'm missing now is the drop point. But when I get a chance at one of those, I may pick it up as well. You're supposed to be working, Carlos. Awesome. Don't forget to send me that picture. I want to see that Predator sword that you made. That sounds amazing. This here is the Sheepdog XL. As you could hear from it flying open, I still got like some chunks of wood and shit that are all stuck to this one. This one's my favorite farm knife. This is the beast that goes with me to the farm typically. The 154 CM is great. The handle's awesome. And I mean, it's just kind of got that intimidating just thwack as it flies open. Yeah, this one's seen a lot of use and it's held up beautifully. I've been very impressed with its ability to stand up to the abuse that I put it through. It has cut a few limbs and other random stuff at the farm and has held an edge awesomely. I mean, it feels like a brand new edge still. You could butcher a hog with this sheepdog. Absolutely. You absolutely could. I have zero doubts. This one here is the CMB. I can't remember if it's Falcon or Talon. It's one of the two. It's either the Falcon or the Talon. Maybe it's the Falcon. But front flipper, karambit. Just kind of a cool. I saw this one on sale, and I didn't have any karambits. I'm not a huge karambit guy, but I do like a hawkbill blade. So I just decided to pick it up. It was on sale, real cheap. Figured why not? Can't hurt. So it kind of just sits in the collection. Doesn't get carried much, but it's kind of a fun one to have around. This one's another CMB. Couple pocket clips caught together. CMB made knives. Lurker. This one's a great budget CMB. D2, G10, awesome flipper, nice long pointy blade, great stuff. This one here I think you can still get for like 35 or 40, so it's a great buy. I was very happy with it when I got it. I was kind of skeptical when I saw the price, but then I mean, you get it and it just falls shut. Another great budget knife. So here is the Gonzo G769, another numbered name that I can't. Chat disconnected. I have looked at some of the Wix codes, but I have not picked any up yet. Those are new enough that I kind of want to wait and see how they turn out. When you get new brands and stuff, sometimes I wait because 6 months down the road, sometimes you'll have people that'll start getting a whole bunch of problems with stuff, and then, you know, customer service isn't great or whatever. But the Wix codes right now are kind of those. It's kind of like the North Mountain blade. I have little to no desire to own a North Mountain blade chop, because, or chop two for that matter, because it just seems like everybody that's got a channel has one right now, because they all reached out to North Mountain Blade and North Mountain Blade sent them all a knife. But again, I don't do any of that. I'm nothing against people that do, but it's just not my style. And they're cool, but they're not special. And I don't think that handle would be that grippy either. I think I would dislike the thinness of the handle. Yeah, I'm with you, Lou. This one here is the Kubi Titius. This one's the old Titius. Spur, what are you barking at? Another budget Kubi. I think these are still like 40 bucks. Got a nice slicey blade. A little bit tall on the profile. Wait till they hit secondary when the buzz. Yeah, exactly. Just like everything else, once the initial rush of them wears away, they'll get cheaper and stuff. So I usually don't jump on anything right when it comes out, unless it's something that's crazy exclusive or something that I really like. This one's the Kaiser Escort. This one's been a favorite of mine since I got it. It's a great crossbar lock. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what my dogs are barking at. I think there's a squirrel in the tree typically. The squirrels like to sit on a branch right next to the deck and just freaking torment my dogs. Spur, you're fine. But yeah, Kaiser Escort is a great, great knife. The Rich Light it's smooth but grippy, and it's really, really fun to carry. This one is the Pyrite Light, CKRT Pyrite Light. Great, great budget knife, button lock. No, Justin went out the front door. They got to be barking at a squirrel in the back. Either that or the neighbors have got their boy outside wandering around. They've got a 1-year-old boy, and he just loves to wander around the backyard, and the dogs love to bark at him and chase him around. Refill a little bit. Rediddy my cloth. But yeah, these are great budget knives. I mean, the Pyrite Light you can't go wrong with. If somebody's looking for a budget knife, they're a great get. This one's the Kubi Master Chief, another Keanu Alfaro design. Justin picked this one up for me as my 500 sub gift. I did the same for him with that Kubi Koas. I just kind of surprised him with it. We went out to dinner one night, and I was like, "Here, this is for you." And he was like, "What's that?" So, yeah, it takes some work to get up to 500 subs and whatnot. And so it was kind of his first big milestone. So I picked that up for him. And then he did the same thing for me. So that was very nice of him. This one's the Migron. It's not the Valona. It's the, or is it the Valona? Migron. Yeah, this one's the Valona, I think. No, Moyaro. This one's the Moyaro. The long pointy one's the Valona. So many knives, it's hard to keep them together. Do you have any of those well, nothing here. Most of the stuff here is like semi-stainless, I guess you could say. And I just use Rem oil. Just the everyday run-of-the-mill Rem oil. It does a great job protecting them. I have no problems with it. Just like sliced bread. Thanks, Bouncer. I've never had any issues with it. None of my stuff rusts when I treat it with my Rem oil regularly. It keeps my OTFs running real nice. This one here's the Trevisa. I can't remember the name of it, but it's just kind of a wicked looking cleaver. And that's the only reason I got it. It's just, I saw it and I was like, that just looks awesome. It's a cleaver with a straight edge and a sharp point and speed holes. You know, it's got handle and blade speed holes. But it's just kind of a fun looking knife. That's the only reason I got it. As I thought it looked cool. I thought it looked fun. Nothing else. Just a fun knife. But it's been a good one to be in the pocket. I've carried it quite a few times and enjoy it. This is the Kubi Cedo. This one's been another just kind of fun one that I saw and I picked up because I just thought it looked cool. It's got that sharp point, the big harpoon style clip point and blade. And just the ergonomics of it are just the way your fingers fit in there is great. It's Alton too. I think I bought this one from Lefty, if I remember correctly. I've gotten a few things from him when he's had little sales and stuff, and decided to pass knives along. Sounds like he'll be doing a Whatnot show tomorrow night, so might be worth jumping into if you are interested in a few things. He may have some stuff you might want to pick up. This one here is the Tenable Nest Street, I think. Yeah, the Nest Street. Pepperoni pizza. Pizza's better than sliced bread, yeah. Tenable Nest Street. This one's the budget version of Concept. Yeah, it's a button lock. It's got good action. This one actually had a lot of lock stick when I first got it. And it wasn't even the normal lock stick. It was the lock would stick depressed. Like you'd open it and it wouldn't lock up fully. And it had a lot of blade play. But then once I went through and fixed that up, I think I got this one might have won this one from Darkwater, now that I think about it. But once I went through and tightened things up a little bit and got it fixed up, it works great. It just needed a little TLC, little rem oil on that button lock. But it does have a pretty weak detent. But other than that, it is a great knife. This one is one of my more recent acquisitions. This one here is the Vastid Porcupine. It's got that nice bronze looking finish on the blade. Still going. You got it. Were you in here when Justin stopped by, Fook? Because Justin literally drove up to my house to stop and make an appearance and say hi. So he was here for a little bit, hanging out, and then had to take off. But this is the Vastid Porcupine. It's got that same top liner lock that a couple of other knives have. And the it's just their top liner locks are great. I've had zero issues with them. The compression lock is also what people call them. Okay, I couldn't remember if you were still here when he was here or not, but that's one of my more recent acquisitions, and that's a great knife. That was a re-release. When they did the second release of it, I had to get into it. This one here is the Trevisa Lacerda. Cool hawkbill, you know, just nice looking knife. I love the lines of this one, how it flows through the handle and into the blade, that sharp hawkbill point. Nobody's as good as him. Nobody. Well, this one's just kind of a fun one. I saw it and I had to pick it up because it's just kind of a cool knife to, you know, self-defense, whatever. I was a wrestler. If I need to defend myself and somebody's got a knife, I'll probably be able to get it away from them before I have to worry about getting out my own knife. And I'm not one of those that carries for defense. So let's count row number 3 here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 39 in the top row. Don't worry, Fook. I'll make a freaking spreadsheet one of these days just to make you happy. So that actually is the drawer. That finishes out my drawer full of knives, and these are all my budgety knives that I carry. These are the ones that I carry like on the daily. Every day you're going to find one of these knives, usually 2 of these knives at least in my pockets, along with some of my other ones now and then. I keep my OTFs separate. Most of my knives are OTFs separate. But so that's my knife drawer. That's the one that people see the pictures of and everybody's like, oh, what do you got there? You know, that type of stuff. But then we get into my little displays. So here we've got the Concept Hinterland. This one here was one that Justin and I did a big trade for. I think I gave him like 3 knives. This was the Spyderco Penknife UK edition. It's a double detent slip joint that he enjoyed, and I'm not a slippy guy, so I ended up giving that one to him, and he picked this one up for me in its place. So this one's really cool. Yeah, it's the Hinterland. It's S35 VN. It's got a single thumb stud, carbon fiber inlays, titanium frame. Just a really cool, fun knife. Really nice. I love the look of this one. Just carry a PP. Yeah. Yeah, I used to, but I can't carry at work. We're not even supposed to have them in our vehicles at work, which is kind of dumb, but you know, it is what it is. Not my call to make. But so yeah, and in my line of work, you don't carry one of those anyway because it's just going to get gummed up with all the mud and sand and junk. This one should look familiar, Fook. I got this one from you. This is Cold Steel Recon 1. This one, S35 VN, just a nice, fun, nice knife. It's got a really nice narrow profile that slides in and out of the pocket nice. Again, S35 VN blade steel, super sharp edge on it. That's one that goes hunting with me sometimes. This one's a little bit more of a budget cold steel. This one's the SR1 Light 8CR G10 scales. Still a big, beefy, thick bastard, but yeah, definitely a little more budget. This one, I didn't have my finger tucked all the way up in there the one time when I folded it, and I didn't realize how small of a flat spot that has to catch. And I had my finger down here, and that sucker sliced deep. I mean, just the weight of the blade falling was enough that it sliced way deep into my finger. Yeah, these come with a very sharp edge on them. HCR throw out start Fred. Well, the nice thing about these is they're 8CR, but they're a cheap 8CR. It's not like Spyderco that's going to try to charge you like $150 for an 8CR. This one's literally a beater that I take to the farm. So if it gets damaged or broken, I don't worry about it too much. A lot of my cold steels are kind of my farm knives, farm hunting knives, whatever. I got the AD10, the classic AD10 S35VN. A little schmutz on the blade there on the edge. But yeah, I mean, everybody's seen these. They're great knives. Another one that I carry to the farm. It's held a great edge on it for all the shit that I put it through. Yeah, I don't mind the 8CR at all. It's actually a pretty nice steel, but I'm just not spending the prices on it. This one here's the Ultimate Hunter. I was really happy when I found this one because it's also S35VN. It's the exact same thing as the AD10, basically. It's just a little bit smaller. And I love the AD10, but it is a very big, thick knife that takes up a lot of real estate. This Ultimate Hunter is considerably smaller. It's still no small knife, but it takes up a lot less real estate in the pocket. So I can carry it a little easier if I'm trying to go a little lighter weight or if I need a little extra space. And it does have a really nice recurve on that drop point that if I decide to skin a deer with it or something, it would work really well for. The AD15 Light. Can't tell. Yeah, not for expensive knives. No way. Carry something with a 3 out of 10 edge retention and carry 14C rather than. Actually, I think 14C's got a halfway decent edge retention. I haven't had any issues really with the edge retention on my 14C. I mean, it's no D2 for budget steel, but it's still way better than some of the others that are out there. But yeah, the AD15 Light. This is another one it's AUS 10. I thought about the full size or the full AD15, but again, I was like, it's going to the farm with me. I don't need anything crazy. Code 4 is a great slim knife. This one and the Recon 1 are some of my more common carries for my cold steels because they are a slim profile. This one especially, you can just slide it in and out of the pocket and you never even know it's there because it's so thin. It's got those nice aluminum scales with good ergos, good finger swells there. It still keeps good grip for being as thin as it is and being as slippery as the aluminum is. So that rack there has 7 more knives on it. So we got 7 on I call it the cold steel rack. And the main reason I have that rack full of knives is just because they're a little bit bigger. They don't fit into the drawer very well. So they've gotten their own stand, I guess you could say. I might end up throwing another one up on there at some point just to clear up some more space because obviously I need more space. You got a stiletto. I don't have any stilettos. Old case old timer knives favorites. Carry fixed blade knives. I've got some fixed blades. I just don't carry them often. Yeah, the lights I carry on days that I know I'm going to do some beating. The Code 4, I don't think has liners. I think it's just got the aluminum scales. Yeah, there's no liners in there. It's just straight aluminum scale. Not sure how well you can see that, but yeah, it's all scale. Which is kind of cool. On to my premium rack. These are my like 150 to 200 kind of nice looking showier knives. This one's the Hogue Deca with the dark mode scales, the blade binge dark mode scales in Magna Cut. I do carry this one on occasion, kind of more of a date night knife, just because if I marred up these scales, I probably wouldn't be too happy with myself because they're kind of rare. No, I don't have a stiletto. think I already answered that, but you know, yeah, no liners. But yeah, this one's just kind of fun. Hogue Decas are kind of a classic knife. And they're nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a very nice knife. I just, with these scales, it's more of a collector to me because there weren't a whole lot of these scales put out, and they were not the easiest things to get from what I was told or what I've learned. So yeah, it's a little more of a display knife for me, but a date night knife. This one here sits more on this rack. It's not necessarily a premium. It's an Artisan. It's the Artisan Predator. It's kind of a budgety knife. I believe it went for like $110 when it first came out. But this one I got from Brian Kerr as well. But carbon fiber scales, just kind of a cool knife. The glass breaker is a screwdriver. It's a Phillips screwdriver, which I thought was kind of cool. But it's just big enough to 11. You have at least 20 knives. Nice. That big choil in the blade is just kind of cool on that one too. It's got some interesting jimping on the back as well. I mean, it's an Artisan. Artisans have kind of some crazy stuff now and then. But yeah, it's kind of big and clunky, so it doesn't go in the drawers easy, so it lives up there. This one here is the minikatana.com. Was it? Can't remember the name of the brand they call it. A choil. Yeah, it's definitely got some choil. I can't remember the name of this. Invictus blades. Sold by minikatana.com. It's M390 in titanium. And it's like a $250 knife. The action, I don't doubt it. It definitely lives up to that price range. It's got a button lock, flipper tab, carbon fiber inlays in that titanium. And minikatana.com has a lot of budgety gas station-y shit. And then they have this that just kind of came out of nowhere, and it's a really nice knife. Justin's actually shown some interest in this one, so I'll probably do a trade with him or sell him this one at some point. But yeah, it's Invictus blades. Starts with a Z. I can't remember what the model name is, but yeah, you don't find them. Like, you can't barely even find them online except for one place, and it was really hard to find information about when I was looking at it. This one here's the Kubi Silo in titanium and 14C. I would love to see this one in like a yeah. Well, I work construction, so I'm in a lot of sand and dust and concrete dust and stuff like that. So I don't like to get my pivots all gummed up in that shit. But this one I would love to see in like a S35 or an S90V or something. But yeah, this one's in 14C. But the titanium scales on it are just killer. I just love the way that looks. And it's got good action. It's got kind of a smaller flipper tab, front flipper tab, but it works. And it's got all the jimping in the world. It's just, I like that giant blade for the small scales. It's just kind of cool. This one was another one I think yeah, this one I got from Justin, I'm pretty sure. Can't remember if it was Justin or if this one was from Lefty. One of the two. I bought it from one of those two. Here we've got the TACCOM Unnamed. Shane with Tac Knives and TACCOM designed this one and put it out. Gentleman's knife, yeah. Have you used whatever knife I'm carrying? Yeah, exactly. Depending on what I'm doing, my premium stuff usually only goes like out to dinner with the wife, or if we're just going into town for something, you know, whatever. But my work carry is all drawer stuff. This one's Magna Cut, titanium scales. It's got this micro milling on the titanium scales that I'm not sure how well it'll come out, but it feels really cool. Just itty bitty little lines milled in there, and they add this nice little grippy texture. That's kind of neat. It is a button lock, and it does have, I like the acoustics of it. I mean, it just kind of has that nice little clunk as it drops shut. But It's a cool knife. I like the name or the shape of the blade. How it's got that little point that comes out like a really sharp clip point. But so that's kind of my like mid-tier premium-ish rack. Let's see if I can get it moved here out of the way for my OTF rack. And I just got some clear acrylic stands that I got off of Temu that I put all this stuff on. You can see them in the thumbnail for this live. I've got all the knives kind of shown on there for the most part. So then we've got Cold Steel Engage, Vastid Thunderbird. Shown a few times already. I bet. This one here is the TacCom Barracuda. This one's in Magna Cut. It's got that cool shaped Warncliffe blade that I really like. Really snappy. It's narrow and semi-long, but not like crazy big in the pocket. And it's just got a nice, small, thin profile blade that I find really handy. Like I said, I love my OTFs, but some of them just get a little crazy and really long and just unwieldy in the pocket. They're just a little too big for what they are. And I wish more companies would make some smaller ones. This one here is the Max Ace Neptune. This one's the double-edged spear point. Some people recognize this knife as the one that took the very large chunk out of my finger when I fired it into my finger on camera. If you want to see that, you can go back and look. I believe it was labeled anniversary gift, because she got me a couple OTF knives for my anniversary, and I was holding it like this to show the PEI or the Ultim scales and how you can see the action in it. And I flipped it, and that blade went right in right there and took a giant chunk out of my finger. I mean, there's a big scar there. Just took a big flap, and you could see she was not amused. Yeah, Double Edge says love. Yeah, it definitely loved me that day. But I like this knife. It's just another one that it's just really big. You know, do we really need that big of a knife? I mean, it's cool, it's fun, but when you're carrying it, you know, it's so big that this will be in your pocket, and then your leg will hit this, and it'll push that glass breaker, which again, I'm not a glass breaker guy, but it'll push that glass breaker up and stab you in the side fat, and nobody likes to be poked in the side fat, especially not with something sharp like a glass breaker. Hey, Dan Stan, what's happening? But I do like the Ultim on that one. It's just kind of a cool version. This one here is the Max Ace Neptune with the aluminum scales and the Tanto blade. This one I like even more. The double edge is 10CR, and this one's when they still did SLD Magic. And that SLD Magic is just freaking razor sharp. I mean, it is crazy sharp. Honestly, obviously the 10CR is really sharp too, because it sliced my finger like crazy. But yeah, these knives are really cool. They're a lot of fun. The action on them is insane for like $100 knife. Oh, Slabby, you gonna take that from him? This one's another TacCom. This one's the Bulldog M390 aluminum. It's got a little bit bigger handle, but then it's got a slightly smaller Warncliffe blade, and it's a little thinner handle. And while it's wide, it still has that nice shape that gives you some good grip on there, and it's got some good texture on the sides as well. This one's another one of my favorites. We're getting into autos or OTF, pre-hooked on button locks and liner locks. I love my OTFs because I can pull this out of my pocket, deploy it, cut whatever, retract it, and put it back in my pocket, all with one hand, and I don't have to worry about cutting myself trying to fold it. So when I'm on my boat or something like that, these are the way to go, if you ask me. Granted, I gotta do a little maintenance on them now and then, just keep them from getting gummed up with stuff. This one here is the Benchmade Shootout. I bought this one from Mr. Eddie, I believe it was. Yeah, Mr. Eddie. And this one actually had some issues. It's got this CF Elite, which is supposed to be like this new type of carbon fiber for the scales, which is why it sounds the way it sounds. It's got that really plasticky, clunky sound, but it is a very nice knife. But the screws in it were just stuck. I could not take it apart in order to put the glass breaker delete on, but I did. I took the glass breaker off the end. And Mr. Eddie was kind enough. I just bought it from him. He was kind enough that he had me send it back. He sent it into Benchmade. Being a in the military, they kind of treat military people a little better, military and police better than they do us regular folks. And so he was nice enough to take it, send it in for me, get it fixed up, because he felt bad that he sold me a knife that was a little defective. But that's part of our community, though. You know, good people treating people good. So this one here is probably my favorite OTF, at least carry wise. Of course, my Heretic is probably my favorite because it's a fucking sweet knife. This is the Kershaw Live Wire in 20 CV, and this thing, I mean, the blade shape is awesome. The scales have, the handle just has great ergos to it. It's lightweight. It's super snappy. The action is just incredible. If somebody wanted an OTF for under $200, and they were looking for just something that they can carry every day and use and enjoy, I would steer them toward this live wire all day long, because that, ever since I got that one, I bought that one from Rob's Nerdy Knives. Ever since I got it, though, I've been in love with it, and I've thought about picking up more. They've got a Magna Cut version now with carbon fiber handles that I've really considered picking up that I like. This one here is the Boger Kalashnikov. Most people recognize the Wiener Warrior, out the side automatic. This one does not get carried just because the paint on the blade. I've heard people carrying these and being really pissed because the paint gets chipped super easy. So this one's just a display because it's just kind of fun. But yeah, it doesn't get carried just for that reason. I'd hate to gum it up. I mean, I've barely touched it. The only touching it's gotten is in the drawer or whatever, and you can see the paint on the spine's already chipping slightly. So while I think it's cool, I'm not a big fan of that. Oh yeah, no, I'm all right with the troops and stuff getting that extra treatment and stuff. Especially Benchmade takes care of police and military, which is great. And I'm just saying it was very nice of him to offer to send it in like that for me, just because he knew we could get it a little better. Let's see, semi-premium rack had 5 on it, and then the OTF rack has 7 on it. We're counting up the numbers here. I don't have any Spydercos. I've had 2. I had a PM2 that I traded to Brian Kerr, and then I had that the penknife UK version that's a slip joint with a double detent that I traded to Titanium Justin. The PM2 was just a little bit bigger than I wanted. The handle was too big for the blade in my mind, and it just took up too much real estate. A PM3 would probably be right up my alley. Yeah, I'm sure he does like his wiener knife. So now we're going to get into my premium but not display knife box. Again, this is my ammo case that I've converted into a knife storage box. These are all my like $200+ knives or close to $200 knives that I just really like, but I don't want banging around in my drawer because I want to keep them nice. This one gets carried quite often. This one's the Giant Mouse Ace Iona V2 in Magna Cut. I love carrying this knife. It's just got great action. The micarta is super, super grippy. I mean, you can see by the micarta the patina I've put on there from carrying it so much. But it is a more expensive knife, so I do keep it in this case for, I don't really have a reason why, but I just do. But it is definitely a favorite. The action is awesome. And yeah, super, super happy with this knife. I got it in one of my first Going Gear boxes, and I would have never known about it had it not been for that Going Gear box. And it's kind of what hooked me on that box too, because, it's just a fun way to experience knives that you've never experienced or you might not experience. I don't know that I'm doing well, but some of my knives I put a little more care into just because I want them to stay nice than I do others. The premiums, those are in a whole thing hanging on the wall. So those are a little more pricey yet. But no, this Giant Mouse Iona, super highly recommend. I love that knife. This one here, it's a Benchmade bug out. It's nothing special about it other than the fact that it was a gift from, or the scales were a gift from Jimmy Crow. And so I got the scales on there, and I want to keep the scales nice and keep the knife nice. Because he made these custom scales for me, and they were, like I said, they were a gift. So this one doesn't get carried much just because I don't want to wear the scales out and change that nice worn look that he put onto them. And so, yeah, this one's just a little more sentimental because he drove up here to Iowa to visit Titanium Justin and I, and presented us with the scales. And so that was super cool of him. This one here is the Kaiser original XL, but it's got the snowflake titanium scales. This one was a win from Bees Blades, one of his member giveaways. I won this one on, and oh no, you have a bug. Well, like I said, the scales were a gift. It had just the original. I think I got scales somewhere, but it just had the G10 scales, and so I switched for that. But yeah, this one's got the snowflake titanium scales on it, and the only reason it's in the box, it's not like it's a crazy expensive knife. I think originally these went for about $200, but it is serialized. It's number 75, and the titanium is super, like, it touches anything and it kind of scratches that snowflake cover, that snowflake pattern. And so I keep it in here just to keep it a little nicer, because that titanium's just kind of a cool look to it. It's kind of just got that little shine to it. Like I said, it was a giveaway win, but it's just kind of a cooler knife that I take a little better care of. This one here is the Vastid Nightshade, and this one's a County Com edition. This one's number 90 out of 500. It's Ultim. Again, it's another one that I keep in here. Wasn't super expensive. I think it was like $90, but it's a limited, so it gets taken a little better care of. I have carried it a few times, but yeah, it lives in the box where it can be cared for a little better, and keep it a little nicer. This one here is the Concept Baku, I believe is the name of it. Yeah, the Baku. S35 VN titanium scales. Not a super expensive knife, but some of my titanium scaled knives I like to keep a little nicer and take a little better care of. This one was actually the other part of the trade with Jimmy Crow. There was that Civivi Vagrant, and this were the trade. This one's got a super sharp fine point. But yeah, it was, like I said, it was one that I got from Jimmy in a trade, and it's titanium and S35 and just looks nice. So I want to keep it nice, so it stays in a nice case where it's not going to get banged around with other knives. This one here is the Kaiser Clairvoyant, also titanium frag scales. Was it S35? No, this one was the 154. But the titanium scales, it's another one that, I just want to keep them a little nicer because I really like the way they look. And as they get rubbed on things, it kind of takes that finish off of it. So they get a little better care taken of them. No reason other than that. I have an appreciation for some of my titanium scales and stuff that I don't want to get them marred up. This one here is the Wee Wrecker. This one's another one of those date night knives because it just looks fancy. I think this one was 20 CV. The writing on it is super tiny. Yeah, 20 CV. I mean, the writing is so minuscule, which is kind of cool because you can't see it very easy. But then when you want to read it, it's tough. Yeah, yep. Jimmy's stuff gets taken care of a little extra special. The QSP Penguin sits in the drawer, but it's also it's up against 2 other G10 scales, so I don't have to worry about it getting messed up. But yeah, this one's just kind of a cool knife. Super snappy, lightweight, titanium scales, but it's just got that really neat. I love that gold accent to it. It just really looks nice. Like I said, it's one of my fancy date night knives. So it lives in the box. I can put it. Box has 9 knives. We got the Kaiser Milita. Not super premium by any means, but it was a little more expensive. And again, it's got the titanium scales, and just something I like to keep nicer. Titanium, unfortunately, I slaughter with my knives. I did do a full, I field dressed and deboned a full deer with this knife right here. And it held an edge through all of it. All it needed was a little strop at the end, which was impressive. But the Milita, like I said, it's got the titanium, and when it's that bead blasted titanium, it's really easy to mar those scales. So again, it gets put in the box where it stays nice. When I got this, these were like hard to get and kind of rare. Now that Kaiser's put out 1 million versions of them, not so rare anymore. So kind of lost a little bit of value, but it kind of holds value to me yet because it was one of my first like premium knives that I bought back in the day. So yeah, like I said, it stays in the box. And then another recent Going Gear acquisition. This was in one of my Going Gear boxes. This is the Benchmade Redoubt. Doubt spelled D-O-U-B-T, Redoubt instead of read out. It's kind of a cool knife. It's CPM D2. I don't have any other CPM D2 scale or blade knives. The scales are G10, and it's got an integral like wraparound clamshell type thing in the back, which is super, super grippy. And I've thought about, I can't remember who makes them right now, but somebody makes some aluminum scales for this. And I've thought about picking those up and putting them on because I think they'd be cool looking. But the problem with aluminum is one drop, one scrape, and it messes up the anodization. And then they look like crap, and it drives me nuts. So I haven't decided yet. There I go, throwing shit, trying to cut shit. This one, though, like it's kind of one of those, the crossbar's got a little bit of a light detent, so if you don't flick it just right, it doesn't come all the way open. That's the only downside I have with crossbars, is that flicking sometimes sucks. Yeah, I've uglied up quite a few aluminum knives too, and it drives me nuts because there's nothing you can do to fix that anodization and make it look new again. So that's the semi-premium box. Now, we got the ever popular, I mean, who doesn't love a big guy? The Espada XL. I mean, what can you say about it other than it's a freaking folding sword? Hasn't been used for much. I more bought it just to have it. This is the light version, so it's OS 10, but it's just, I mean, it's just fun. Who doesn't want a folding sword? I mean, just listening to that sucker is just clunk. Yeah, aluminum's too soft, but yeah, it's even built for 2 hands. Like the ergos are built for 2-hand gripping. Aluminum is too soft, but unfortunately, like I said, titanium, it's easy to mar that up too, to scratch it because it is so soft, but it's a lot nicer than aluminum, but it can be scratched up as well, unfortunately. All right, so then we go into the fixed blades, which I got to grab. Write down the Espada. And then fixies. I have 2 fixies in the boat, so those won't be in it. And then I've got the harpoon, In the boat, I've got the Miracnif in the boat, and then I've got the deckhand in the truck. I want to say there's another fixed blade in the car, but I can't remember offhand. Let's see here. I got a few fixies, nothing special. I actually give away a lot of my fixies just because I'm not a big fixie carrier. And then I've got 5 like cheap gas station knives or whatever that I've acquired over the years that we won't even count. We got the Golden Grail, the dragon knife. I have kept this one around for no reason other than comic relief. I don't even need to wipe this down because I know this like aluminum blade material is never going to rust. Okay, that's a date night sword, yeah. I'm going to carry a T-cal when it comes. I've looked at T-cals, but I've never been inclined to pick one up yet. Date night axe, yeah. This one here is the Mantis Sabot 2. I mean, that sucker has a needle for a point on it. It's kind of cool. It's Bowler M390. It's a little fixie with a little finger hole. Nice little neck knife. Picked it up on Whatnot. Kind of had a hard time letting it pass. But it's got carbon fiber scales on the side of the handle. Kind of a cool little knife. This one here's a Bladetopia. I really like this guy. It's just super slicey. As you can see, it cuts a lot of tape. It's one of my favorite box breaker downers. But it's just a little budget thing. I think it was like $30 or something, but could probably wear it as a neck knife if I wanted to, because it's just you're inclined to win when you win something. Never. This one's the Miracnif Garberg edition, and this one is DLC coated. It's the full tang Miracnif. I mean, sharp as shit. I don't know what steel it is, but it's got a Scandi grind, sharp as hell. I wish it had a. I mean, it's got the like multi-carry ability stuff, but I wish it had something other than just that like loopy thing up on the belt loop. I wish it had something a little more sturdy than that. That's the only downside of that. Let's see, 5 fixies plus the 3, 4 in the truck, car, whatever, boat, all those knives. This one here is just a little Kershaw. I don't even know what the name of it is, but I really like this knife. It's super slicey. It's kind of very scalpel-ish. It's a Ken Onion design. It's D2, but I love the sliciness of it and the jimping up here and stuff. And it's got this really grippy rubber handle that I like as well. I believe it is a full tang. It doesn't go all the way out the tip, but it goes all the way down to the end here. So it is made to where you could put it through a little abuse if you want, but it's just super scalpel-like. That's another one that I carry to the farm pretty easy. Need an SRK? Yeah, I do need an SRK. You're right, I do. Now we go on to the premiums. These are the ones that stay in a display case in the living room that I'll bring out one by one. And there's 1 or 2 of them that aren't like premium, but I just like them, and so they look nice to go in my premiums. And so we got premium. So this one here is the Migron Arma 2. It is not the Arma XL, but it is the Arma 2. This one was pretty expensive. It was over $300 at the time I got it, and so it stays in the premium box. You have a spare to sell me? Send me some pictures, Fook. You might be able to sell me on it. We'll see. But yeah, this one's just, it's a fun, big, beefy bastard that, you know, I had to buy. I've thought about getting the Geddon, but I can't quite pull the trigger on that one yet. White glove time. Yeah, not quite white glove.
6 times why I got ignored.
Yep, it does. Hi, baby. So yeah, this one is the first of the premiums, and she's just a big beefy bastard that it's kind of tough to carry and was expensive. So it definitely stays in the premium box, or premium case, I should call it. Yeah, I got off early, so I decided to go through my knives and hang out with people and stuff because I was bored. This one here is the TW Price Rain. I got this one at the Badger Knife Show in Wisconsin. Tyler Price is the designer. He's got a little, he does little designs from out in California. It's all small batch stuff. I don't know how many of this one were made because this one was a Blade Show exclusive. When I look online, I've seen like 2 pictures of them with these exact scales. Most of his other ones just had different texture titanium scales. So this one is pretty rare. Again, don't know how rare. I've actually emailed him to try to find out how many he bought or that he made. But I do have pictures of him selling this knife to the guy that he sold it to that I bought it from on his Instagram. Tyler does. And so it's kind of cool that I can kind of follow that, you know, where the knife came from. You know, I've got a timeline for it, which is pretty cool in my mind. But yeah, this is the Rain. I got it for about $350, and I think they originally went for around $300. So I got her pretty decent for being on the secondary and being as rare as it is. This one is also a TW Price. This one's a recent acquisition. This one's the Dawn, and there are still some of these available on the TW Price Designs website. He just released the remaining V3s of the Dawn. It's an awesome, awesome front flipper. I mean, this sucker, I mean, you can just flip it. I can hit it with the side of my index finger, and it just flips. This one's Magna Cut. I think both of them are Magna Cut of the TW Prices. I mean, they have little to no branding on the blades other than just a little, just see his little thing, little scribble in the little choil there, or the fuller, I mean. But yeah, these are super nice, super premium. This one's the dark, can't remember what he called it, dark camo carbon fiber, and then of course the titanium on the backside. And I've actually even considered getting a second one of these before they sell out, because once they sell out, I don't know how long it'll be before you can get one again, if you can, other than on the secondary. And on the secondary, the first edition Dawns are going for quite the premium. People, of course, are charging out the wazoo for them because that's what people do. 1 second here. Trying to get them all stood up right so they don't fall over, because that would not be fun. This one here is the Artisan Accelerator. This is the premium version of the Accelerator. Just think it's kind of a cool knife. I actually got this one in a trade. And this one is my only S90V blade. So this one's titanium frame, or titanium scales, S90V. And they've got a budget version of this out. I don't know what it runs, but I think this one went for about $250. And yeah, it's just cool. I love the little money sign, the dollar sign on the pocket clip. Yeah, super cool knife, big, beefy. You know, I mean, the ergos for being as big of a blade as it is are really, really nice. It just fits really good in the hand. I've never seen my wazoo. But yeah, just kind of a fun knife. And like I said, it's my only S90V, and I think they originally went for like $250-ish. And so yeah, she lives in the premium box, premium case, the display. Next is another, this was my other anniversary gift from the missus when I sliced my finger. This here is the Max Ace Medusa 2 with MagnaCut blade, carbon fiber inlays. And I just really love this knife. I just think it's really, really cool looking. Again, not super expensive, but pretty expensive. And it's nice enough to me to live in the premium display case. And it's just, everybody seems to like this one when they see it. How tough is S90V? It's got very good edge retention, but it's so hard it chips easy. So you got to be careful with it. It's not very, very hard, but not tough. Put it that way. It holds an edge, but sharpening is a bitch. Luckily, I haven't had to sharpen it because it doesn't get carried really. It's more of a safe queen. This here is my most expensive knife that I own. This one is the Heretic Manticore X Predator Edition. It's got the Predator bead. And being a big Predator fan that I am, I mean, it's just right up my alley. It's got the Predator targeting symbol and then the serial numbers in Predator language. It is MagnaCut and DLC MagnaCut. And it's just, it's a collector piece to me. Some people have these and kind of don't really care about them. They carry them every day. But this one is definitely a collector to me. I love this knife. I got this one for $700. But they have versions out there going for well over $1,000. So yeah, super happy to have this one. I actually picked this one up from Mr. Eddie, and he was very much nice enough to offer it to me before he offered it to anybody else because he knew that I was such a Predator fan. So that was very nice of him. Very cool. I would have never had the opportunity at this knife probably if it wasn't for him putting it or showing it to me and giving me the chance for it. Definitely the most expensive in my collection. And then we have the third Predator in my collection. The Reich Predator. This one, a couple of you might recognize from my win on Metal Complex's Patreon. The first time he did his $3 and $5 tier giveaway. This was the $5 tier giveaway prize, and I happened to win it. Excuse me. Pretty rare that I win shit, but on occasion I do, and when I do, it seems to be nicer stuff. So it's M390 titanium integral frame. Just a really, really cool knife. And winning it from MC is something not many people can say they've done. So it has a little extra special meaning there too. But yeah, this one's just looks like the butt of a hornet, you know. And then it's sharp as shit, of course. But yeah, so this one is also DLC coded. The scales and the blade are all DLC, and it's just kind of a fancy knife, you know. Something I would have never owned had it not been for winning it from Metal Complex. Definitely out of my normal realm of knives. But the deployment on it's kind of cool. It's a little tougher because it's got these kind of odd shaped thumb stud things, but definitely a cool knife. Definitely not one that I carry very often, if ever. So this would definitely be a date night knife. So let's do some calculations here. Let's see where I'm sitting, because this won't count the giveaway knives that I've got, because I've got a few sitting around yet. Let's see. 1 second. All right. Alrighty. So now that we got that done, we have officially been through all of my knives, and we have cleaned them, and we have given them a wipe down and all that good stuff. Now let's do some calculations and see where we're at numbers wise. Figure out where the hell my calculator is on this damn computer. Calculator. There we go. So we got 37 on the bottom row, 41 in the middle row. We got 39 in the top row. We got 7 on the cold steel rack. We've got 5 on the semi-premium rack. We got 7 on the OTF rack. Oh, Jesus. Things have grown. We got 9 in the premium box. We got to add 1 for the Espada that doesn't live in any boxes. We got 9 fixies total. And we got 7 in the premium case. Bringing us to a grand total, double check my numbers here, of 225. That doesn't seem right. That seems like that's grown way too fast. Last time I counted was like 160 something. I better do that again just to be sure. 37, 41, 39. Oh yeah, I think I mistyped something because that seemed wrong, and I think it was wrong. 7, 5, 7, 9, 1. Yeah, now we're back where we need to be. Something didn't seem right there. And 7. 162. 162 for my total knives. So since the last time I counted, it's only grown by 3. Granted, I've given away a few, and some have gotten pushed into my giveaway pile. So if I count the stuff in my giveaway stack, we're probably at about 175-ish. So yeah, we're sitting pretty good. So we're at 162 right now. Let's see. We've got a few people that have hung out. Who wants to do a giveaway real quick? I think there's 20 people in here. I can reward the faithful, shall I say. I got all my giveaway stuff here. Why not? What the hell? Everyone out. Yep. Fuck it. Everybody that left is left out. So we'll do a quick giveaway. I grabbed this Besttech Dundee. This is the D2 version. And we'll give this guy away. Like I said, I bought this one a while ago, and then I got the Magna Cup version in my Going Gear box. So this one turned into a giveaway knife. So yeah, let's roll the dice and see who can win this. Jim wakes up. Yep, exactly. Suddenly we got more energy. Go back to sleep. So yeah, let's play for this real quick and see who wants to win something. So standard rules apply. We're going to roll the dice. It's going to be a D100, this guy right here. Everybody's going to guess a number between 1 and 100. We'll roll the dice, and the closest without going over will win. You're here to watch Fook win. Well, with only 19 people in here, and some of them might not be paying attention still, there's a good chance for everybody. So let's see. This is the Dundee. Got to be over 18. Continental U.S. only. I will not ship outside of the continental USA. And yeah, just standard rules apply. So let's do it. I'm going to type start, and when I do, I want you guys to start guessing 1 to 100. And we'll do 2 minutes to guess. So I'll set a 2-minute timer. So go. Go ahead and guess a number between 1 and 100. 2-minute timer is running. I'm still trying to get my last giveaway finished up. Joel, JPL, that won one of my knives, is actually in the Upper Peninsula camping, and his mailbox got taken out. And so the package got sent back to me as a no mail receptacle by the post office. And so he let me know that he'll get his mailbox fixed as soon as he gets home, and then I can send it again. So we'll see when that is. But he said he was on a long camping trip. So hopefully he gets back soon and I can get him his win out. I don't like it when I can't get people their wins. Got about 30 seconds left. Yeah, see, a lot of people are sleeping. 19 people in, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guesses. So your chances are really freaking good. And since we got so few, we'll just do closest. We won't do closest without going over. Kind of skews in favor of the lower numbers if you do the closest without going over with this few people. So we'll just do closest. Oh, we got 6. Dwayne woke up too. And stop. All right, so we got our guesses in. And now we're going to roll the dice. Yeah. So I got her going. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I guess I could rotate the camera so you can see a little bit better. Roll them bones, yeah. We'll rotate it so you can see a little bit better here. There's going to be a little delay here because I'm waiting to see that the camera is going to be able to show it real well before I roll. Like I said, there's a delay between what I see and what you guys see. Okay, here we go. Or what I do and you guys see. Rolling the dice. The D100. The dice of destiny, we'll call it. And the number is 96. So looking back, Marco at an 89. He is definitely the closest. So Marco, I already have your information because you won on one of my last giveaways. So you get to win the Besttech Dundee. Rigged. So I got your information, bud, and I will I'll get it sent out to you soon. I mean, I still got everything in my messaging from the last time. So yeah, we'll get this sent out right away, and you'll have it within a week, most likely. So, well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and spending the day with me while I sat at home bored with nothing to do, and wiped down all my knives. And we got a final count on what I got at the moment, and we'll see where the collection goes from here. So, excuse me. It's gonna be a late night tonight, so I might have to take a nap here in a little bit. So, anyway. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate all you. Possibly I will be live fishing tomorrow. Again, we'll see what the fishing brings and if my mom wants to be on camera. Sometimes she does, sometimes she don't. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, and we'll catch you on the next one. Have a good day.